we were talking about this situation where you feel like URL sometimes tries to sabotage the growth of RB.
Look at your face.
I can imagine
Yo.
like, yo. So this where we're at.
Yo, Mav, you know I gotta bother you, man. You know how we do.
Yeah,
I know. Said, all right.
Nigga
said, all right, we're back from commercial. And ARP was just about to give us in-depth details to is how URL sabotages his platform.
This hot foot, trapper turn smack rapper. Only smack rapper that you know is smack rappers. Got bars, I can hang with the backpackers. Trap star, I don't hang with the backpackers. I'm in the hood with the work, you heard. Making fiends leave earth, you heard. Got your baby mama thirst, you heard. Feel the flow, nigga, throw it in reverse. This the wave you need to surf, you heard. Told Jim I need a bomb I could drop on you niggas. Bad boy, I'm never gonna stop for you niggas. I don't give a fuck who you got as the illest. I solidify my spot with the now I'm rock with you niggas.
It's better late than never too. Ground up money. Yo, duct tape, saran wrap. This a different type rap. I'ma fabricate a little bit, but a lot of this facts. I be hesitant a little bit, cause I know that they listening, pulling up saying they heard my new songs and they
We back. Episode 43.
Your age.
Me in the building. Hey, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out. Hey, you know better. That's the funny thing. You know better. I'm not as old as you, bro. Like, it is what it is. Of course, I got the king in the building.
Sure.
Gang. What's up?
Yeah, man. Knowledge born. What's the science?
Y'all know it. Peace and love to everybody out there. You already know.
Where's the princess? She ain't making an appearance this episode?
She's sleeping right now with mama, man. They chilling. They knocked out right now.
She sleep. Yo, you had niggas believing she don't sleep at all, B. But
nigga, I was shocked when I walked in there. I was like, oh shit, she sleep.
That's crazy.
But you know, I'm the life of the party, man. So, you know.
And we got public enemy number one.
You just want somebody to take that title from you.
Hell yeah. Take it, please. I don't want it no more. I'm good. Yo, we got somebody that I've always enjoyed having conversations with. Somebody I feel like has kept it 100 with me on many levels, and with a lot of battle rappers also. Sometimes it worked out in his favor. We had discussions on times that it didn't, but either way, he's never changed. He's always been the same person from day one. My man ARP is in the building.
Can I start off by saying congratulations to all y'all? Real shit.
Thank
my
you,
expert opinion. You know what I'm saying? I went to your channel today and I was like, yo, let me just scroll down and see how many episodes you got. And this shit just kept going and going. I was like, okay. And then it got all the way back to 13 years ago when you was on some other shit. I was like, yo, this nigga been having a channel for a while.
Facts. Never utilizing it.
Yeah, you got old music videos at the bottom of your channel and everything, but y'all found this expert opinion thing, and this is rocking for y'all. So congratulations, man. Beautiful platform. Beautiful.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Appreciate that. How's everybody's week? Oh wait, before we even start, shout to the subscribers, shout to everybody that's tuning in. We got more coming your way. I hope that everybody is in good health and stay blessed out there, man. But yeah, how's everybody's week been?
Quarantine.
You know, somewhat regular, but feeling like you living in Pleasantville a little bit. Like some of this shit ain't real. Like, whoa. Like I feel normal, but I feel like everything around me is just weird. going to the
Yeah.
store, going out certain places, the way people acting. I said this COVID shit is mentally got the world on an ill situation right now. But it's
Right.
interesting though. Some people are, you know, like my brother ARP out here is dropping some fire battles, got some shit going. So it doesn't seem to be affecting his mental too much. You know what I mean?
Right. And it's keeping us all entertained.
Yeah.
Are you not entertained?
Yeah.
Big K versus Floss the Boss. 40 cal versus Cortez. That wasn't all the way on RBE, but we'll talk about that.
Yeah.
Blue Cocaine
No, we won't.
versus Yoshi.
No, we won't.
Oh, we won't. Okay, we won't. We won't talk about it. All right. Any particular reasons we're not talking about it?
Because we spoke about it on the phone yesterday, you bastard. You know what you're doing. You know what you're doing when you call me on this shit, man. You know
Knowledge, I told you it wasn't gonna work. Knowledge, but whatever. It's all good.
Oh man.
Yo, Ill Will versus T-Rex. Ill Will versus T-Rex. Oops versus Rosenberg Raw. Sharon versus Street Hymns. Yeah, man, it's just going on and on and on.
15 battles. 15.
15. Wow. Considering you started about a week and a half ago, right?
Yeah, man. Real talk.
Dope shit.
15. To not spend too much time on the whole how it came about. Like, we started talking about how everybody's week is going and everything, and quarantine mode, virus going on, shit getting serious out there. And we was looking at it from what we're used to with battle rap, like, yo, events are shut down, everybody just get on vacation mode, fall back, be safe, worry about life, worry about health. Right. And the idea popped into our heads, and like within like 7 hours, same day, we had almost a completed card done. You know what I'm saying? And then I think as the innovative creativity came about and the way we started to deliver them, and then even with the whole daily 8 o'clock in the morning every day without skipping a beat, and then some of that visuals that they're seeing from the battle is in us pushing it, having it all judged with a GoFundMe and winners brackets and categories. All of this just came about on the fly. So it morphed into something much bigger. It was supposed to just be, let's all stay busy, let's stay active, let's hear some new bars, let's have some fun. But you see it morphed into something so much bigger that we get in a regular event. We get controversy, we get block battles, we get
block battles.
New beats. I see battlers going at it, fake crushes now. I got a lot of things going for volume 2 already. I see that it was just put up in allhiphop.com, an article about this series. So shout out to everybody. Yeah, like it just.
Shout out to All Hip Hop.
Yeah, just sprawl, man. Just sprawl.
Yo, and I appreciate the innovation. I think that this is dope, and it's definitely keeping the fans locked in. I think the fans were kind of being torn between the industry battles and waiting for content to drop from like old old battle events and all that shit. And with this is like drawing everybody back. Shit that we've been missing.
You know what I like about the card too? I like the fact that you I don't know if it was like a thought out thing or whatever, but you allow the artists to basically get creative. Like what Street Hymns did, super creative. Like, you know what I'm saying? 40 Cal did, like him adding all of that. But Head Ice did, not just being like creative with like so much antics, but his bars and just the visual, how he delivered it, made it like, yo, this is hard. Like, damn.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Seeing some real creative stuff.
Like you gave him another thing to be good at, like bars, aggression, and now it's the footage. You know what I mean? So that's what
and the funny thing is behind the scenes, I won't say the names, but I probably had at least 8 battlers on the card that seen the drop start going and said, hold on, don't put me out yet, and redid their footage. Hold on. I see what's going on right now. Now I understand. Chill.
And that competition, I feel like we're just we're just shipping off the block right now, like 2 weeks from now, or maybe next week. We're probably going to see some real incredible shit that the battle rappers are going to start doing as far as creatively with this series.
I warned the battlers. I said, do not be surprised if the fans start picking winners based on visuals. And you see the fans' reaction to that. They're like, yo, that creativity, that Blue Cocaine or Ill Will or Sharon, I mean not Sharon, Street Hymns had or whatever. I'm kind of edging them. We so used to just being about the bars or the angles or the schemes or the raps or the performance. Right. And honestly, like that's why I put that little clip of even myself on the beginning of the videos. It was really to
Debo?
The Debo bike or the Debo bike.
Yeah, Nah, it was really to say, you know, if the battler is going to take it serious, they got to see the league taking it just as serious. You know what I'm saying? So it's like saying, you know, I'm not just sitting back and saying, yo, send me your bars, let's hear some raps and put any old thing on the channel. If I can make the effort, anybody can, you know what I'm saying? And y'all are way more artistic and creative than me because that's the lane that y'all was born to be in. Y'all been in y'all whole lives. You know what I'm saying? So that's really what that's about. And it's just continuing to evolve. We're already on volume 2. We got a lot of wild stuff in already. We got a lot of wild stuff planned. I got people telling me all types of shit. Yo, I need an extra day or 2 because I'm going here. I'm doing this. Like, it's wild shit. You're gonna see that we even stepped it up to another level again in volume 2. You're gonna see.
Wow.
You see that.
Now, as far as volume 1. What are your favorite matchups so far?
Well, matchup wise, I love T-Rex and Ill Will because it's a battle that we already have booked on the card that you headlined, Math versus Serious. That was supposed to be the co-main event. So to see those guys exchange any type of bars, you know, was I guess something that was in the RBE backlog.
I like the word you use.
Keyword. Any type.
He's like,
I'm very good. I'm very good at what I do, man.
I'm complimenting you on this for years. But now with this Ill Will and T-Rex situation, of course, by now I think everybody knows. If you don't know, you go check out the battle. Ill Will versus T-Rex. T-Rex goes first. It looks like he's outside, close to a project where something probably happened. There's some tape. He gets wrapped up in the police tape. You know what I'm saying? He's performing this shit. Yeah. And then Ill Will, he's kind of like in the middle of I think that was a basketball field, basketball
It looked like a basketball field that they said nobody could play here no more. Like the background was like grinding.
It looked abandoned. Yeah. But the bars are crazy. But of course, a couple days later, you know, videos start coming out. T-Rex recycled this verse from a song he had out. And how do we feel about this?
Initially, I felt the same way everybody else felt. Like, the fuck is this? I'm a fan first. Like, the whole social distance card, it's not a money move. There's nothing about no money. Like, let's keep it 100. Y'all understand the business. Y'all all understand battle rap. There's no pay-per-view. There's no VOD. There's no tickets to be sold. This is straight to YouTube. The highest video on the channel is probably like $130,000, $140,000 views. You know the YouTube game. That I make a couple dollars off of that a month and a half from when we released it off of YouTube. Ain't no real money coming back to the platform for this. We having fun. We keeping the channel active. We engaging the fans, and we working with the battlers. You know what I'm saying? We got a GoFundMe. Every penny in the GoFundMe is for the battlers. So when you got a business situation like that, you're probably just as much of a fan as you are owner. I'm just as much as a fan in that situation. You know what I'm saying? So my initial reaction was like everybody else's. You know what I'm saying? At first, I was just listening to it, and I'm just like, this is cool. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, like, we only asking battlers for 90s. We're not booking classic situations. Like, at least
that's everybody. Like that. That's everybody. Yeah, that's everybody. Everybody for 90 seconds.
Everybody was told 90s. Of course, just like a battle on stage, you're gonna have some people come in a little over, come in a little under. You have a head ice situation, which is a fucking one-off. We can get to that.
Yeah, we're gonna get to that.
We'll get to that. But yeah, you know, you tell people 90s, they're gonna do what they would normally do on and off stage. Like, it is what it is. But
so you feel like this is something that, I mean, did it disappoint you that even though this battle was booked before, and unfortunately, you know, I think it was Rex got in a car accident.
Something came up personal.
Something came up. Something came up personal. You expect to hear what he had from then, like personalized. And then
heard all of that already.
Then you find out he just took something from something that's already out. Like it's not like, yo, he spit this verse knowing, yo, this song is on YouTube already. You know what I mean? I feel like in some cases we encourage Rex to be like this, but it's not what we want.
It's definitely not what we want. And like I said, I want to definitely make it crystal clear. We don't endorse that at RBE. We want to see the same thing as a platform that the fans would want to see. You know what I'm saying? So me and Rex had a conversation about that. I let him know the same thing. Like, nah, like, my man, like, what are we doing here? He told me his reasons why I still admit are unacceptable. You know what I'm saying? Like, even his reasons why.
What were the reasons?
Let me not put him out there like that. It was an honorable conversation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, I'm telling you enough to say that even his reasons were unacceptable. So I think that's still saying a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, but I will say this: as much feedback as I do see people saying, you know, why even give him the opportunity to do this? Like, this is, you know, sometimes you gotta expect or whatever. I've seen all of that feedback. I'm not blind. I'm not stupid. I know Rex just like the rest of y'all. You know what I'm saying? Right. But I will say this. I will say that he is going to make up for that. He is going to make up for that. To the fans and to RBE. He's going to make up for that.
And that's the next one coming up.
Very possible.
So it's safe to say he's on the next card.
Exclusive.
Under the right terms that has been discussed, yes. Under terms that would be outside of what was discussed, no.
Okay. Well, I salute you.
Meaning that RBE, you know us. We stand more on our principles and integrity than we do sometimes the business side, because the business is something that we don't need. We don't pay our bills on battle rap. So, you know, we don't have to let, you know, opportunities like, oh, I want to get this guy on a card motivate us to do something that we wouldn't normally do in our regular lives or that we don't stand for. We don't have those motivations or ambitions. So if you're reading the underlying message of what I'm saying, what I'm trying to say is that there's a certain integrity that RBE is expecting, and if that is met, then I think that the fans would accept Rex making up for it. You see what I'm saying? It can't just be a situation where the platform or the fans or anybody in the culture believes like, all right, you did that, here's a plate again. You can't assume that. Can't assume that. Integrity means a lot to the culture. It means a lot to RBE. So
let's break down how these things are going down now.
Well, hold on. Because it's on the same subject. As far as like spitting mixtape bars and stuff like that, do you think that's something that should be embedded into the contracts now? That you have to have original material?
It is. It is in the contract.
So just to be clear,
both y'all knowledge, are y'all seeing what I'm seeing?
Yeah.
With the confetti dropping on Fit and Math and Space Now?
No.
What's on now? Right now, everybody clear.
All three of their screens, it's an orange screen and it's confetti dropping.
It's all right though, ARP, because it's like some people's Wi-Fi go in and out or whatever, but Space is recording everything, and he got like the original copy.
Yeah, we all good.
Yeah, everything on Space is clear. So because he's like the master.
Oh, y'all two just came back in. Okay, all right, cool.
Yeah,
I've never been on this.
Yeah, we'll go
cool,
in and out.
I never been on this.
Some of us might go in and out, but we good.
So Fit, adding to what you were saying, because I wanted to ask, are there contracts? So you're saying now, is no mixtape bars gonna be in the contract from now on for for the social distancing battles.
Nigga said no mixtape.
The contract doesn't. Yeah, that's what I was laughing at. The contract doesn't say no mixtape bars. The contract says the contract says original content. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And our contracts have always said that. But at the same time, our contracts say be in the building by 3 p.m. and math might show up at 7. You know what I'm saying? So
you know
we got
why?
a lot of stuff in the contracts that
I'm trying to let people pay attention to the battles. If I show up too early, they're not gonna watch everybody. Man.
I got you.
Damn, everybody went silent on that? Everybody went silent?
You that dude, man. You the only one who can tell us how it happened.
Point being, I think we all know that our culture can be extremely lax with professionalism at times. So what I'm trying to say is we got a lot of stuff in our contracts that'll make sure that the fans get the show and the content that they're supposed to be getting. But you still have people that take advantage of those rules. It's up to RBE to determine when to go to the next step to enforce those rules, or when we could just sit back and say, all right, maybe we just can't work with this person, or maybe say, you know what, that's something that we could ignore, brush it off our shoulders, understand how to work with that type of person next time. You know, there's different levels to people, quote unquote, breaching their contract, but that stuff is already in your contract.
Okay, cool.
Now, in these social distancing battles, are they getting contracts, or this is like different from a regular battle?
No. This is not. And like I said, we put this together in like 7 hours. This is an agreement type of situation with the social distance card. Okay. You know what I'm saying? We're not like Fit. If I booked you versus QB rematch, right? We going through the full motions. Like, we're talking about the negotiations, the back and forth contracts. You're gonna read your contract. You're gonna let me know if there's things in there you don't fuck with. We're gonna go back and forth, you know, touching points and all that, get it right, sign the ink, and then we lock in money deposits, all that, how we work it out. Right. This situation right wasn't even, we didn't expect it to be the way it is right now. And that's to our fault, because sometimes we forget how large RBE really is within the battle rap culture. Like, we are a strong force. Like, we could be stock dropping or stock raising for individual performance overnight. And we forget that sometimes because we just be humble, and sometimes we be looking to have fun, like in this case. So these are more so agreements, but I don't want anybody to take that loosely, because I know that there's a very big lack of distance in our culture when it comes to business that we conduct versus a lot of people that we may work with at times. People got to realize that it's not as easy to hold up in court, but verbal agreements are a form of a contract. Text messages can be used in arbitration. In certain states, one party consent phone calls could be used in arbitration. You see what I'm saying? So even if I don't send, let's say, Rex an all full-blown contract, 2-page contract, as if he's stepping on stage 2 months from now, like we would normally do. And it's like, man, we doing these video battles, send me 90 seconds, here's our agreement, and it's in text message or whatever. If he would have cost me $500,000, and I'm just saying, Rex, I'm not trying to slight him, man. I'll use somebody else, Big K. If Big K would have cost me $500,000 last week, and all I have is text messages, he would lose that. He would lose that easily, clearly. So not everything needs to be signed on a dotted line. And now, not only do you have to understand that a form of business and contract can be verbal, but once again, that word called integrity. When you're working with people that have a good network that you can make money with and do business with for years to come, which is a platform like RBE, which is now pushing towards our 8th year, it's stupid to do anything.
Congratulations.
If they do right by you. So sometimes we're doing things amongst each other, leagues and battlers, that have nothing to do with contract anyway. Right. You know what I'm saying? Math don't need to call me, and I don't need to try to put him on the phone with no manager or a contractor for him to get me on expert opinion. Some shit is just networking and honor and rapport. And it could be future. If Math don't fuck with me like that, and I still get on this shit, I might behind the scenes be like, listen, now I need you to do this for me on my platform. And that could just be cool. Business is business. You know what I'm saying? Shaking hands and rubbing shoulders in this network that we got. So I don't want people to be like, oh, okay, well, Rex don't have a contract. No, he has an agreement. that's just as strong, depending on the player hand.
Right. But I'm guessing from now on there's going to be contract.
No.
I mean, I think that makes things complicated.
No. So it does fit, and we started out this talking about 15 battles, you know, and once again, shout out to Rex, because like I said, me and Rex had we have an honorable situation on the table right now for him to handle that. Okay, so shout out to Rex, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Unless he doesn't handle that. But we're talking 30 battles. You know, we don't need to harp on one situation and be like, yo, overhaul the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? Like we got something great going right here. We got fans donating, you know, for the battlers. We got, you know, all 30 people that sent in their footage. Yeah, well, got their footage out.
29. Let's talk.
People got their footage out. You know what I'm saying?
Let's talk about that one incomplete situation. Head Ice, Black South. Now this is where I say as league owners, y'all pick and choose what y'all want to enforce and what you don't. Now, if you're telling people 90 seconds, Head Ice gives you, what is that, a 6 minute round? Now, as a battler, I signed a contract to do this. Not sign a contract. We have an agreement for 90 seconds, right? I do my 90 seconds, and then I get a phone call. Yo, your opponent just did 6 minutes. What do you
That's
do?
One right there.
Right.
You just answered a key part that doubles back on the line that you said. You said league owners pick and choose what to enforce.
Right.
So you almost semi-contradicted that by saying you get the person that went over the agreed upon time limit, and then a call was made. You didn't say the footage went up. A call was made, or communications was then established about the situation.
Okay, well, I'm saying it in this instance, but usually on stage it don't go down like that. On stage it's like you just got to deal with it until whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Some battlers don't deal with it. Some battlers start calling time themselves. You know what I'm saying? And that's fine. Even that's in our contracts. The battlers are well within their power to do that. Even that's in their contracts. But let's stick on this. Like you said, it wasn't an actual call, it was all text message. Communication started. And you get that 6 minute round in, and my mind I wouldn't be a good neutral party if my mind only focused on, oh shit, classic round. Boom, let's go. I wouldn't be a good neutral party if I did that. You know what I'm saying? So when I saw that, you can ask Wolf, he'll keep it 100 with you. The first thing I said to him 5 minutes after I saw his email and I looked at the footage myself, just being curious, like, oh, let's see what Ice sent. Let me just click the raw file. I'm not even sending it to get edited. Let me just click this and see what he sent. As soon as he sent it, my first thing to him was, yo, first and foremost, thank you for giving us our money's worth. Thank you.
Right.
But, yo, my nigga, Show Off sent in 90. Your shit is like 5:30. My nigga, I gotta talk to Show, make sure everybody's aware of, because at the end of the day, not only are we judging these in front of the fans, but there's a GoFundMe for all winners can return to the next card, which means you automatically booked on the next card. You're gonna get paid again from RBE. Right. There's a visual category, there's a performance category, and there's a rapping category. Right. So there's money at stake for battlers to win. Like, I gotta be a good neutral party and make sure both sides understand what's happening. And I did my job.
But let's say I just want to win, so I'm sending in 6 minutes. Who's gonna be mad if I'm blacking out for 6 minutes? Nobody, right? Except my opponent.
True. Yeah, it's true.
So, and when you told us to Show Off, what happened?
And Show Off didn't agree with it. He didn't agree with well, at first Show Off wanted to clarify, you know, if he was just being put in that situation unfairly, which would involve RBE as well, and he has all the right to do that. So it's like, nah, like, you know, this is what I sent. You know what I mean? Like, no, he had the same rules as you. Like, he was told 90. You know what I'm saying? It's not, don't think because maybe ICE's status or anything like that. I'm not insinuating that Show thought that, but I think ahead of it. Like, nah, listen, dude, like, everybody was told 90s. You know what I'm saying? Wolf would attest to this as well. You know what I mean? Then it's like, all right, I'll keep it real. The Show was like, well, I'm at the same location that I shot my initial footage. I can just maybe add some bars onto it. How long is ICE? And I was like 5:36. So at that point, if I'm really in an artist's shoes, if I memorized 90 seconds, I want to assume, folks, that it's not, just like this to add on another, 4 minutes.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah. And I get it. And I think Show Off was in the right to feel that way. You know what I'm saying? Understand ICE's side as well. ICE's side is like, at the same time, like all three parties were communicating. So he's coming from a competition standpoint and just a pure rapper standpoint. ICE's position is like, yo, we rap and we competing. If we behind the scenes have an opportunity to agree to do 90 seconds or 5 minutes, let's do it. Let's push the envelope. But at the same time, I understand Show's position because he's like, my round is done. My footage is sent in. Show was even paid. He was paid and everything already. He got his bread, everything. Yeah, I mean, and I think Show made the best decision for himself in that situation that nobody could be mad about. He did the right thing, business right on the spot, sent me my money right back. You know what I'm saying? I still have his round. I still have his footage. I just won't put it out.
So
Because
why haven't you released it?
Because he sent me his money back. You know what I'm saying? He sent me his money back, and he disagreed with having the battle as they all were supposed to be, which is this person versus this person. You know what I'm saying? Right. So it's like it becomes a little bit of a risk for him. And one thing that I think Show mentioned in his text messages as well that I don't mind putting out, it's not too private, is that his brand is on the line. And that goes back to something that we said earlier, which is RBE is a very impactful platform. We are stock raising and stock dropping overnight. You can get hot over here. You can get booked from other leagues because you did something over here. You get pushed off the map over here. You can get semi-retired over here. All types of shit. You know what I'm saying? So I think Show Off made what he feels is the best decision for him and his brand. And ICE was just like, look, man, I had to do what I had to do for me. So when you got two night and day of where they at.
Yo,
hold
on. Hey,
so Show Off is never gonna get dropped. That's a dub.
He's never responded.
No. It's not Show Off is never gonna get dropped. Show Off is in the driver's seat of that type of decision. It's not like ARP is deciding, yo, I'm not putting out Show Off, or I am putting out Show Off. Show Off deserves to be able to make that decision. And
this is a compromising situation because as a battle rapper, this shit is out. It's already got over 77,000 views, right? In about 3 days, right? What is he supposed to do? Because right now they're cooking him. They're cooking him. I've seen blogs go up where people are saying, Head ICE bodies Show Off. Head ICE destroys Show Off. Head ICE finishes Show Off. And we've never heard him rap.
Damn. Some strong titles.
Yo,
we haven't heard a rap from him yet.
Let's I'm gonna be so real in that situation. Before I answer that, let me just give you an intro to it. And like I said, all three sides, three parties, RBE, myself, ICE, and Show Off were fully aware of what happened, what was happening, and what was gonna be the end result of ICE dropping. All three of us knew this. All three of us were on the same page about this and discussed this. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion, this is only my opinion. This ain't ICE's opinion. This ain't Show Off's opinion. This is my opinion. I don't think anybody, including myself, anticipated that ICE would have the reaction that he had. I think the only thing that was really on all of our minds was how long his round was. I think that's the only thing that really was playing in our minds, including me. Including me, because when I text Wolf, I wasn't like, yo, my nigga, that bar you said in my mind wasn't there. I was still in league owner mode. So while I'm going back and forth with these guys, literally minutes after getting Head Ice's email with his footage, minutes after that, I'm in coordination mode as a league on trying to be a neutral party. Everybody's mind was just about the round length. You know what I'm saying? So I think that by the time we dropped it, and also the fact that time plays a factor, timing plays a factor, all of that. Like, nobody has heard Wolf like that in a long time. I'm seeing people saying that's his best round ever. So if Wolf is so much of a veteran that he is, and he puts out a round like that, anticipating that type of shakeup, I don't think was really where we was at. None of us.
So
Well, maybe Ice was on that type time. I don't know. He wrote it. You know what I'm saying?
Did when Show Off pulled out, did he know that Head Ice's footage was still gonna drop, or he thought that would end the battle?
No. And that's why I said all three parties knew about what happened, what was happening, and what was to happen. I would never leave Show Off out there the way that I was left out there, and just all of a sudden, like, there's a new video out of somebody going at Show Off. I would never do that to anybody on RBE. You know what I'm saying? So this was a discussion. Like, all right, look, if the rounds are going to be imbalanced like that, and Show Off is I totally understand where he's coming from. Like why would I put my 90, which was the rule, up to 6 minutes on the RBE channel? That could be damaging. Like, if this was on stage, people win like that just by having longer rounds. Like, that's not fair. I definitely dig where you're coming from with that. But then it was like, yo, okay, so we're going to change the title. It's not going to be Ice versus Show Off the way that we put out 40 cal. See how we put out 40 cal versus? That's because there was just that's because there was just bad business involved. You see what I'm saying? Okay. Whereas the Show Off, Ice, and myself situation was all being coordinated, discussed, and we was going to be on the same page. So it was like, okay, everybody knew we're going to change the title. It's not going to be Head Ice verse. It's going to be Head Ice send shots at Show Off, insinuating that somebody this is art, this rap, somebody set it off on you. You know what I'm saying? Right. And second being that
somebody set it off on you. Somebody jumped you by themselves.
All right. But the second thing that Show Off asked for, and at first I was like, I don't know if we need to because we're changing the title, but then I ended up seeing his way because in his position, I understood. And what he requested was that if it comes up publicly, you know, we say what happened, which was, you know, it was a time limit kind of breach. You know what I'm saying? So what I did was,
it wasn't a kind of, I can't, it wasn't a kind of.
It was a time limit breach. You know what I'm saying? So the first thing we did, as soon as the video was turned to public on YouTube, we always pin an initial comment at the top because, you know, everybody runs to the comments. So the first thing that is there is that you don't see Show Off here because of a time limit issue. You see what I'm saying? Right. And then I've been on Twitter with the same thing. Bloggers have been texting me behind the scenes. This Show Off, no show. I've been telling the bloggers myself. You know what I'm saying? Vada, Piper Boy, people that hit me. No, it's not that Show Off, no show, or online battle. We actually have his footage. No, he sent his money back and everything. There was a time limit issue because Ice's shit was 6 minutes and he was requested for 90. So
did he ask you for more money to go long?
Things. What he said?
Did he ask you for more money to extend around?
No, it wasn't. It was never about money. It was never a discussion about money. Him sending the money back was him just doing good business and doing the right thing. Like, if RBE is not going to put my footage on the channel, then why should I keep their money? That's just doing the right thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If I was in issues, I would do the same thing.
Now, ARP, I can't allow you to sprinkle salt if you're not going to talk about it. Now, you mentioned the 40 cal situation, and you said there was bad business done.
You don't know what this could be. Apple juice. Just because you see this, don't mean I'm going off the fucking rocker, my nigga. Like,
no. You did mention you put verses because it was bad business.
Right. That's a sprinkling. That is a sprinkling, my friend.
We do want to touch a little bit about it.
That's it. I have enough respect. No, I don't want to say that. I have enough reserve.
Yeah.
I have enough reserve for that situation to be well over it. You know what I'm saying? It's
Okay.
not supposed to be a big thing to dwell on. Sometimes you just gotta allow a situation to be what it is, analyze what it is, make your decisions, and everybody continue to do what they do. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I like for people to see that from RBE because I have a reputation sometimes of addressing everything. And the sad thing is, and the sad
one
thing is,
long ass blog. Yeah.
yeah, I have a reputation of addressing everything. You know what I'm saying? And what people will never understand is obviously because they don't know it, is for every situation that we feel the need to address publicly, because maybe our brand or myself or RBE as a platform has some type of narrative on us that we feel that we should correct because we have proof that stands different. There's 20 situations that never get mentioned. For every one that gets mentioned, be more than that. You know what I'm saying? There's a million situations we never talk about and we just stay quiet over. Look at our biggest situation ever, the Rare Breeds card with Mook returning. I stayed quiet about all of that shit for over a year.
Right.
All of what shit? All of what shit?
The three missing battles I explained in my recent 2 blogs. You see what I'm saying? So the point being that I'm making right now.
Math Hoffa versus Geechee Gotti.
Yeah, I mentioned that publicly. I already mentioned that. Like, I broke that down. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have to pull punches. If I pull punches, it's not because somebody's making me shut up. It's because me, Shata, and Lawrence, we are deciding for us and RBE, don't entertain that. That's the only time we are muted, is we mute ourselves.
Okay.
It's the only time.
All right. So I still caught the sprinkling, but I'm gonna let you deal with your business the way you want to deal with it. Okay.
I wanted to ask, like, are you still cool with Cortez? And you know, are y'all good, or has this situation put
it doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter.
Okay.
You want to know why? Want to know why it doesn't even matter? And this is, Math might think that this is like one of the perfect answers out of that question and answer, but it's real. You in the game as long as I'm in, you learn that you don't have to be friends with everybody. You don't have to be cool with everybody. You don't even have to respect everybody to a degree, especially if you just feel like, yo, you're a certain cloth and I'm a certain cloth or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, not everybody is meant to be on the same page. You got a lot of different personalities in this game. I think everybody on this chat knows that. We all have differences with people out there. So the whole, are y'all friends or whatever, I'm not friends with 99% of the people that you see me interact with in battle rap. 99.9. I'm not friends with them anyway. Right. You know what I'm saying? So what's more important to me is just working with honorable, good, integrity-based people. Whenever
there you go, sprinkling again. You're sprinkling.
That's not a sub. Math. That's not a sub. That's not a sub. There's no fear in my heart. There's no fear in my heart. I've spoken about bigger situations. You know what I'm saying? 1,000,000 times over. Like there's nothing muzzling me other than the fact that sometimes as my reputation grows and as RBE grows, I have to also realize that situation that you can fucking tip over the scale and really break down and expose the shit out of some things that be going on. You don't always have to. Some of the situations ain't worth it. I used to address everything, and I still will address shit. Yeah. But this thing that y'all trying to get me to talk about so bad, that situation isn't worth it. It's not worth. It's not worth.
So let's let that go. Let's let that go. Let's talk about Chef Trez versus Quantum Phoenix. 53,000 views. Head Ice 77. Danny Myers versus Jay Murder, which dropped today. 20,000 views. This is something that you're doing every single day. Now, for the next card, are we gonna get a 3-round battle?
Here's the thing with 3-round battles. 3-round battles are a little bit more expensive. you got to understand that some of the business model around social distance was because RBE knows that we can't capitalize fully on the type of content that we would be putting out to our fan base and our consumers. You know what I'm saying? We're going straight to YouTube. Now, if Misfit calls me or if Math Hoffa calls me and they say, yo, I got 3 rounds for you at 25% of my regular rate, then it could be a conversation. We can negotiate some things. We could talk about that. But I never even had that expectation from the battlers, nor was we looking for that type of content. We wasn't looking to say, yo, this fucking this corona thing is going on and it's real. And we may not be in these venues all 2020 like that, the way that we would like to be. Let's scramble. I swear on everything. By the time the get back was over and this started becoming real to us, like, yo, this is no bullshit. Like, something going on for real. Yeah. We was in vacation mode. We was like, hope y'all good.
We chilling.
That's how we reacted. Like, it was like, listen, I'm not talking about people of the world defining. I'm talking about battle rap. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like there's a lot of forced situations in battle rap. And if you notice our trend, even from the matchups that we choose to the way that we theme our cards, we try to put a little bit more investment into the moves that we make. It's not just flipping around shit every so often or whatever for the sake of just being active. You know, so it was like, no, there's nothing wrong with sitting down for a second. I promise you this social distance thing stumbled on us. I promise you. I promise you. So it was never intended to say, let's get these 3 rounds. Let's start these big negotiations. Let's get these big or these regular contracts going. It was never about that. That doesn't mean that social distance isn't already evolving into something bigger. We're seeing it land on major websites. We're seeing people get affected. We're seeing controversy. We're seeing blogging. We're seeing all of that. I get it. But we're going to roll with, you know, I guess the lesser end of what is being offered to us as well, because we're not chasing a major situation with social distance. We're having more fun than anything.
Okay, so we're not gonna get a 3-round battle.
Call me, Math.
You know, I think I'm gonna jump in. I'm gonna have some fun with it. I like the creativity of it, and I feel like after this is done, the conditioning that it's gonna put battlers through is gonna improve on the stage. And just a battle being announced as a whole, there's gonna be a whole new criteria of what's required for battlers to kind of like push a battle. You know what I'm saying? And I love what's going on. I love the creativity of it, and just knowing the fear that we might not be getting into a venue for a live battle this year. It's kind of scary.
That's very true.
But thank God that we have, like, there is now a contingency plan. You know what I'm saying? And I love it. Yeah. This is dope. This is so
it's
dope.
Forcing people to be creative, and what I love about
you can't pocket tap nobody in this shit. You can't pocket tap nobody. And
But what I love about this situation, though, that we're all in on a positive side of things, because, you know, it's real. On a positive side of things, we got a lot of things happening that we would never see if we wasn't going through this. Like, I watched that premiere versus RZA the other night live. You know what I'm saying? That shit was a fucking moment for me. That was a moment for me. Like you may never have gotten to see something like that. And the trade-off should not be the fact that people are losing their lives. It would be beautiful to see that some of the things that our society and some of our cultures are doing right now in the midst of a time like this, if we continue this after the fact. The way that we see
I agree.
Together. You see how Ja Rule try to even do something with 50.
Yeah, he got shut down. Like, he got shut down like crazy.
In a funny way, it fucked up what 50 did. but point being still, it's like, you know, people are starting to do things that they never thought about before in a situation. So I think everybody's trying to make the best of these times, which is good.
Well, okay, and that's what you're not the only person or not the only league who's kind of pushing this agenda for the footage battles. URL also dropped the quarantine. Now, so far, social distancing is really taking off. We haven't seen too much about the quarantine, but I wanted to transition into the battles that you did talk about, dropping off of cards and like what's going on between RBE and URL. Like let's just put it all on the table. Like what exactly is the issue?
Exactly.
Yeah, what
It's just one
exactly
thing.
is
It's, it's only
I don't
one
know
thing.
if there's more than one. Let's run down the list. Let's count it off. Let's figure it out.
Let me give your platform something without doing the things that I don't want to do. What the fuck is that,
What are the
Fid?
things that you want to
I
say
got
for your
some
own platform?
chicken Alfredo.
No,
bread, you know, like good shit.
Because obviously I've said a good amount of things already on other platforms as well, like 15 Minutes of Fame.
Right.
I might have said some things and addressed some things on Hip Hop is Real, and I definitely addressed some things that needed to be addressed and defended on the RBE channel. Everything always comes from a place of defense and responding, never attacking people, by the way. So,
Right.
but you know, the whole history of how, who, when, where, why, it goes all the way back to, you know, 2013-ish, 2013, 2014.
Mm-hmm.
Now's not the time to get into that. That is a whole history layout of a lot of things that the public don't know, a lot of things that hopefully they're not meant to ever know.
Well, we try to find out.
Yeah, but
I
always
hear you.
puzzled me, man.
Now I got you, and I'm gonna segue into something that I'm gonna give your platform. You know what I'm saying?
All right, cool.
Come
This,
on.
I want to remind you. I want to remind you. This is not an ARP blog.
Exactly.
We know you like.
I got a segue for you that's gonna involve you and Fit. I got a segue,
Okay.
but
All
let me
right, cool.
address at least a little
Let's get
bit
it.
your question.
Okay, cool.
And like I said, RBE has not found yet, nor do we ever hope to find the moment to get into all of that.
Mhm.
Because it's deep. There's hundreds and hundreds of files behind it. There's all types of occurrences and things that have been sent to us over the years, things that we have, things that we know. And it's a very messy thing. And I don't see that being healthy at all for RBE, for any other platform, or for battle rap. And I'd never want RBE in a situation where we feel like we gotta really bring all of that shit out. Like that shit is whack. That shit is whack. What we have done over the years is address certain specific situations. Like my most recent 2 blogs was about the promotion of SM7 versus Rare Breeds, to break that narrative down of, did ARP call URL out in the 4th quarter of 2018 because he booked Mook? I finally addressed that when we spoke about battles like you and Geechee, battles like Suge and Pat, battles like Iron versus Red, and all the behind the scenes that people didn't hear before, like what Mook said in the press conference. I finally broke all that.
Does it depress you when well, like you see you book a battler for your card, and they come up with an excuse on why they can't do your card, and then they pop up on another card that's on the same day in the same state?
Depressed? No. Does it frustrate the shit out of us for a good 24, 48, 72 probably? Absolutely. We're fucking human and we're running a business here. You know what I'm saying? Like, but believe me when I say the fans see, you know, one occurrence of every 10 that happens. We have been so conditioned over the years, and our expectations in this culture, unfortunately, despite us having such a positive and a humble attitude that you see on us, that you see us walk around with.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, despite that, our expectations are very low. That's not a good thing, but it shields us from flying over the hinge, of having lower expectations based on some of the people that you might deal with and some of the elements around you. I mean, come on. I mean, there's bad business that gets promoted, you know what I'm saying? So you're talking to somebody that has a pretty solid business background, and then you drop me into battle rap as a fan. And I think that things are going a certain way, and me and my brother realized, like, oh shit, like, like wow, you know what I mean?
What's going on?
Conversations for certain shit. But here's my segue.
Yo,
like,
something's up with your mic.
Yeah,
Something's up with your mic. Your microphone.
Check.
What is that?
I didn't touch anything.
Space. How's it sound?
I didn't touch anything, and I didn't get a phone call or nothing.
How's it sound?
I didn't touch anything. Check.
Yeah.
Me come out.
Come back in. See what happens.
To a different app. Okay. I'm gonna go to Instagram. I'm back from Instagram.
Mic check.
Check.
It still sounds a little like somebody took the bass out of your mic.
Check.
Yeah, better.
Yeah, you sound better now.
Bang. All right, so we were talking about this this situation where you feel like URL sometimes tries to sabotage the growth of RB.
Look at your face.
I can imagine
Yo.
like, yo. So this where we're at.
Yo, Mav, you know I gotta bother you, man. You know how we do.
Yeah, I know.
Said, all right. Nigga said, all right, we're back from commercial. And the ARP was just about to give us in-depth details to is how URL sabotages his platform.
Yo, I gotta say, ARP, you and Knowledge got a lot in common. And
Salute, Knowledge.
And where my off-camera conversations with you guys. No, that's definitely not it. It's more of an off-camera conversation.
I need answers. I need these answers. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie to you. I want the answers all my life. I've been like, yo, what is this shit with RBE and URL? And for God's sake, it drives me crazy. So just answer the question, please.
Because here's the thing, we don't feel like this goes on with King of the Dot. We feel like this doesn't.
You don't think that there was things that was happening between those two platforms over the years? No.
Not as much. I do feel like there was some sort of complications with the Apex Battle League situation, but this RBE thing is like a card will come out, and then we're kind of watching like to see what battles are actually going to take place, and not to say that this happens all the time, but from what you're telling me, you just said there were hundreds, my nigga. Hundreds.
When I say hundreds, I'm talking about just occurrences that maybe either side would just look at it and be like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
But
so what is it going to take to stop it?
Let me get to my segue.
Okay.
Let me get to my segue, which is out of this a little bit. Because at the end of the day, you're talking about two platforms that are not friends, that are not cool, that are not in business together, and have never signed a contract or had an agreement together.
Have you guys ever been on speaking terms?
Absolutely, but my segue still, is that no matter how many rumors, how many opinions, or what type of history you may know or may think has been there over the years why this may have started, who it may involve. Is this over this or is this over that? Is it some off battle rap shit? Is it some on battle rap shit? Is it both? Regardless of all of that shit, at the end of the day, I've never had any agreements or contracts or any disputes directly with this company in regards to the things that RBE does, which is the most visible, cards and battles. All right. And that's my segue. My segue is, at what point do the battlers take just as much, if not more blame than what you see between RBE and URL? Because unfortunately, the battle rappers get to pull the Homer Simpson into the bushes and be quiet and just skate and let these two leagues, quote unquote, be at war, right? But a lot of the public situations that the fans talk about and see is perpetuated by the battlers. All right.
Now hold on. I feel like yo, ARP, I fuck with you, but you being too political, man. So I'm gonna bring somebody in.
No, we can go deep into that. We can go deep into that. And when I Sway,
hold on a second.
Oh, there it go. I'm on.
Sway, you need some light.
Huh?
You need a little bit of light, bro. All we see is glasses.
Nigga said, all we see is glasses. It's stupid.
Now, ARP at this exact moment is breaking down this feud or this bad business that happens between URL and RBE, where the battlers are kind of like being torn and pulled in different directions every time there is one of these great cards coming out. So ARP's he's gonna finish his explanation. I'm gonna need you to translate exactly what he said. Okay, all right. Yes, I need you to translate. He's too political, bro. He's too political, son.
yo, Sway. So you missed the part of me telling them and explaining that, we're not gonna take this opportunity here to get into this historic run of where this may have started, all the minor or the major shit that has happened behind the scenes over the years. I know, I understand, Fit. I get it.
You're driving us around the block, B.
I am, but I'm getting
just to say I live next door.
I'm getting off. I'm still getting off at the battle stop because, like I said, some of the most notable situations still have a battle rapper in the middle, right? For example, like let's say the situation that you may have heard about for February 29th, or we could even say the most, without saying any names, no subliminals or trying to drag nobody, the most recent situation that has happened still involves a battle rapper over many of these situations in the middle. It's not sprinkling, conducting bad business. So at what point do we get to say, like, yo, the battle rappers are just as much to blame for the questions that you would ask me?
Okay. So you feel like it's the battle now, because at one point you had a situation with Averb where he backed out of the Iron Solomon battle, and
I wanted to see y'all niggas fight. I ain't gonna lie, y'all niggas talking crazy. Like I'm all for a good fade. I'm all for a good fade. I'm like, oh, word.
We say.
He said he wanted to see y'all fight.
Nah, I did, but only because y'all was talking. ARP was like, nigga, I ain't gonna never turn down a good fade. I was like, oh, this shit getting crazy. Let's get it.
That's facts. That is facts, man.
So you're saying it's the battle rappers.
I'm glad I didn't want to answer that anyway. Go ahead.
Now, just to be clear, I've gotten contracts, and you skim through your contract, or you get somebody to look it over. They'll usually find something some sort of jargon that pertains to you being involved with another league or another situation or whatever. And it's up to you on whether you want to say, yo, I'm not really rocking with that. Can you take it out the contract?
Say what's up. Say what's up.
Young Tyson, what up?
Tyson, what's up?
He just always want to be in the mix, man. Go lay down.
Listen, man. Fit in the building. I'm here. Look.
Murder ass.
Hey, mister.
But it is in the contract, and it's up to the battle rappers to say, look, I don't agree with this part. Let's change it.
I think this, right? I think battle rappers do play a huge role, and yes, a lot of the times they do conduct bad business. I agree with you 100%. Right? But I think sometimes battle rappers are being pushed into a corner. Like, hey, make a choice or you'll never get to see money from me again. And that's fucked up from any league to do that, to be honest, for me.
I've never done that. I'm
not saying you have.
Okay. Hold on. Let me say something. I keep it real.
I assume
as long as I've been dealing with both, I never got that from ARP. But
no, I'm not saying that.
I got it from URL, like not to a certain extent, because I ain't on no URL contract, so there's not really they can do, but just not book a nigga. But they can't penalize me for doing what I want to do. But I've had conversations with niggas where they'll try to throw their little slick jabs at, oh, you went over there and did an RBE though, and it's like I be wanting to scream on nigga like shut the fuck up, I go where I want like type shit, but. I don't get that from Adam. I don't get that from ARP. I do get that from them niggas though. So,
Math, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
That's pettiness on that side.
Math, let me ask you a question. Which one is worse? They're both bad, but which one is worse? A battle rapper that signs a contract, receives a deposit, has a fully understood agreement, and still breaches that.
Stop jumping on the bed, little boy.
For reasons that they're motivated by another platform, right? Or a battle rapper that has a contract, signs another contract that puts him in breach of the original one. Which one is worse?
They both bad.
I'm not clear.
I can't. It both sounds like this. Both situations is a breach of contract.
You're either, but in one case you're breaching one, in one case you're breaching two.
Right, because you're.
You know what I'm saying? Because I think the word contract sometimes gets used. Here goes your sprinkle, man. I think the word contract sometimes gets used as a shield. I think sometimes people say contract because they think it'll make them look more important. Like I'm under contract. I got a contract. There's even worse situations as a businessman and a man of integrity or principles or agreements. If you don't even have a contract, and somebody could call you and just talk you out of your other contract. Whether it's
is that what you feel like happened? Is that what you feel like happened?
I've seen both. Like what Misfit just said is basically math. You could have a contract with King of the Dot, and I could call you and I could be like, yo, I don't fuck with organic. I don't like King of the Dot. If you do that battle over there, I ain't booking you no more.
Right.
That's what Fitz said.
I think that's what people are doing.
Now, okay, but Fit. Now, I'm removing all sprinkles. Because I said this on the phone. I said this on the phone with two of y'all yesterday. Me personally, I feel that there's two reasons why somebody would lean over like that. If you don't have a contract that you're already in violation of, right? But I could just still call you and make you do what I want you to do by a quote unquote threat. You either scary or you broke. Finish shaking the head. Yes.
That was more than a sprinkle.
What?
That was more than a sprinkle. That was a whole drop, B. That was a whole drop.
Okay.
That was a whole drop.
Finish shaking the head. Yes. I said.
I agree with that too.
If I could call Mav, I said if I could call Mav and be like, yo, either don't do your King of the Dot battle because I'm gonna do something that's a little bit bigger than that, or don't do that because I'm gonna have a problem with you if you do, and I might not fuck with you no more. And then if you fuck over organic that you already in business terms and contract with to fuck with me because I pushed on you, I nudged you, whether it was in the form of a soul dream or a promise or whatever. Yeah. I see people do that is scary, and it's got to be scary because, like what Fitz said, you feel like your career might be in jeopardy because you so hung up and reliant upon ARP that's telling you to do that. You feel that if you don't do what I say, you fucked. That means you weak as an artist, right? Weak then. You're not anywhere where you think you are, or you broke. So I don't want to hear niggas talk about money then. If it really be about, yo, I can't front, man, you got to respect the fact that, yeah, I had a contract and agreement with organic, but ARP offered me $50 more. You's a broke nigga. You just violated, you just burnt your bridge, you burnt your future with these people. You did all your reputation, all of this shit, because there's a couple more dollars to play for the moment. And that's why I see y'all online right now. Matt, I see you tweeting, talking about the quarantine is exposing battlers in a certain way. You know what I'm saying? That's what you think. In a way, we gonna get to that topic, but all right. Well, exposing leagues too. You know what I'm saying? I'm fucked up too. y'all. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm gonna let Fit take it away. Go ahead.
No, that's what I was saying. I was saying, like, while I appreciated you guys still doing battles, is because some battle rappers actually still need the checks coming in. You feel me?
Right.
And I felt like what y'all was doing was giving people an opportunity to still feed their families in this time. Because not everyone has the luxury, like myself, to not battle, to put food on the table. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So in those cases, this is just an assumption from me.
But you got that 1,200 though. Huh?
Yeah, but go ahead. It's just an assumption.
I just assume that when people feel like they're in a position to not like ruffle people's feathers, they don't really know what to do if they dependent on that for their meal.
But here's my issue with it. Hold on, ALP. Hold on. Here's my issue with it, right? I've seen a lot of battle rappers who have full confidence in themselves breach these situations, put on great performances, and still perform on any stage that they prefer with no problems. Because at the end of the day, it is a business, and a lot of people are gonna feel like, yo, Swave, can you mute your mic?
How do you do that?
There's a mic button at the bottom. All right, so I've seen people do this. I've seen battle rappers curse out league owners and end up on the next card. So I feel like situations like that is a bluff. If you feel like you're never going to improve on performance, or you're never going to have some groundbreaking performance, or you're not going to entertain the people enough, that you have to hold on to certain, this is what it is. I got to hold on to this. But if you got confidence in your own abilities,
but that's the problem, Mav. The confidence in your abilities. You got a very high percentage of people that talk a good one, but they don't look in the mirror and see a star. They don't look in the mirror and see somebody that's gonna get booked no matter what.
Hold on, ALP, because there's two sides to this. And then there's the battle rappers who play on the feud or the pettiness of the feud, and they use certain situations to try to get more money out of one side.
Oh yeah. But there will always be some type of repercussions, whether the battlers know it or not. There's people walking around with repercussions that they don't even know. You know what I'm saying? Like,
can you break that down?
Always put,
Yeah, let her.
Can you break down the repercussions?
Repercussions, for example, could be like, you know what, it's all good, my nigga. And then you call me thinking shit is sweet, talking about like, damn, yo, I'm fucked up. I need something, and I just curve you. I just curve you until it only benefits me. So for example, the way I fuck with you, the way I fuck with Swave, y'all could call me and be involved in shit that I didn't have any plans to involve y'all in because of our rapport and how we've carried it over the years. The repercussions a nigga could be walking around and don't even know it is the only way I might fuck with you or spend $1 with you is if I'm completely in the driver's seat where it's really only benefiting me. Really only benefiting me because our track record is we tend to do things where people really, really max out with us as well. They get a good share of the situation as well. You know what I mean? Like it don't be one-sided situation like, yo, like we put down our power hand and no shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So there's a big difference with how we might work with certain people if you walking around with repercussions and you don't even know it. Because years from now, RBE will still be there. Like these are thriving companies that are established. Like we all platforms have their ups and downs. But unfortunately, the longevity has not been proven to be on the battle side.
Swave, mute your mic. Swave, mute your mic. Mute your mic. Yeah.
The longevity has not been proven. Longevity has not been proven to be on the side of the battle rappers. Unfortunately. I remember I had a conversation with Poison Pen one time. He told me one of his biggest mistakes was not starting a channel back in the day. You know what I'm saying? The investment that platforms have made are for tomorrow. A lot of battlers unfortunately make decisions and moves for today.
Yeah.
It's a big difference. That's why platforms and leagues are constantly kept in the driver's seat. You know what I'm saying? Where to the point where you got some league owners that force battle rappers to say, you're just going to jump how high I say jump. You're going to eat when I say you're going to eat. That's a reality.
So here's a question. As far as these repercussions go, let's just be straight up and direct. Are you ever booking JC again?
No.
Wow.
Now what I mean, you might have spoke on this, but JC went with that situation. Did he pull out because he was told to pull out, or did he pull out for his own personal reasons?
I don't know. And I know I said no very fast and crystal clear, and I don't want people to take that as some type of beef. But that's just how me and Shata feel. That we just don't need to work together. Not everybody has to work together. It doesn't mean
I can understand because it's a liability. It's a liability on your behalf. You might book them again and you don't know if it's going to happen again.
That could be the premise, or it could be other things that could be the premise. Once again, these are situations that I didn't speak about publicly, so I don't want to do it now. You know what I'm saying? Right. I don't want to put any accusations out there that's going to have me, you know, ending up on my fucking channel exposing dumb shit that doesn't need to be in the public's face. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just don't have to. You know what I mean? But there's just certain people that don't have to work together. Like it's cool. It's cool. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like once again, like you can be, go ahead.
And I agree, as a battle rapper and going being on different platforms, you eventually develop a preference. And if you are in a privileged situation to have a choice, then you make your choice.
Right. You should develop anything that you feel maximizes your career, the food you put on the table, and the goals that you have set for yourself as an artist.
Yo,
that's what should matter the most to a battle rapper. I just feel, from my initial point, that battle rappers take themselves out of that position by being one of two things. Once again, scary, which includes lack of confidence in themselves, as well as being broke. You have a lot of people that are forced into decisions and against their own principles, morals, or integrity because they need that buck right now. Like, my light's about to shut off. You know what I'm saying? Like this, I've had the same battlers that have maybe stabbed me in the back. There may have been a time where they called me asking me for $50 at their back end. So I know what it is. All league owners know what it is. All league owners.
Right. Yo, but what about for the battlers? What about for the battlers that ain't getting no bread yet? That's doing it though. Like,
then you fall. then you fall in the first
Name-
category. You scary. And when I say scary,
Okay.
like I said,
Can
the
we
word
name
scary.
names?
Hold on, because some people do.
Can we name names? Because I don't have an example of that.
Now, I don't have any
Of
example,
scary?
but I know some people.
No, of battlers that's not getting paid that's doing that.
Hold on. I don't have any examples, but I'm pretty sure everybody ain't getting paid the same. But you have examples of people who feel like they just need to be out there all the time on all platforms. They need to be seen, or they have getting advice from other people that you need to be a part of the. You need to show your face. So, and they mind. Man, listen, and they mind. They just want to be on as many platforms as possible, as often as possible. So
Right.
Does that fall under the scary thing?
Of wanting to be on as many platforms as possible, falling under scary? No, because at that point you're making a decision of what's going to benefit your brand the most. And if visibility is your decision, then you're on that track. My definition of scary and lack of confidence, the lack of confidence side comes from saying that, damn, I got to make a decision that's not in my chest. It's somebody else's decision being made for me. But if I don't go on their road, then I might be fucked. How many times do we see battlers come out and say, man, I'm good? Like, I've never had a conversation with Swamp a day of my life. I could have sworn I seen a recent blog from him talking about, man, this might be my last year. You know what I'm saying? Or the politics and all this, blah, blah. I've never had a conversation with that man. He's never been on RBE. I'm just saying we see battlers express this all the fucking time.
Frustration.
Yeah, exactly.
Nah,
exactly.
That's a fact. There's a lot of
all the
frustration
fucking
that
time. There has to be that, and the type of person that I am, I respect that more, because what that means is that you're not doing something that you don't want to do. If you don't want to call ARP and say, yo, my bad, I can't do the battle. If you don't want to call me, then you're falling into one of the categories that I'm saying. Unless you just don't fuck with the situation that was in front of you to begin with, then at that point you should have just dubbed it. And it wasn't about no deposit or no fee half the time. It wasn't about that. Like, you really fucked with RBE or the platform or whatever, so that call is something you didn't want to make. So which category are you falling in then?
Yo, ARP, I wanted to ask, like, it's dope to see what you done built over the years, and you created another branch, another platform where battlers could go, media, everybody could go and continue to keep the entertainment factor of what battle rap is. When you first came in the game, did you expect, to reach the success you've reached now? And with all the BS that came with it, did you see a lot of it coming? Because coming into this shit, being a league owner and trying to do it in New York, you're gonna, especially against the URL or King of the Dot or Queen of the Ring, whoever's popping at the time, and you come in there, that's competition. Because even before you was there was competition amongst other leagues, regardless of how deep it was, whatever. Coming into this shit, what it is, you know what I'm saying? So did you expect any of your success? And also, did you foresee a lot of the beef that came with it? Even though it's legal in the beef and shit, you know what I mean?
On a general scale, you can't be naive and expect that these type of things happen, because I come from the same earth that y'all come from. I went through school and seen this shit happen. But you can't hear me?
No, your mic did that thing again.
Yeah, it's like the bass went away.
Hold on, go back to Instagram again.
It's frustrating.
Did it come back?
No.
I don't know what that is.
It's probably something with your phone, or how it's moved, or sitting, or the speaker. Oh, something like that.
But it has to be touch, so why would it change if it ain't the app?
Oh, shit.
I don't. Did you didn't get no phone calls or anything, right?
Nah. No, I don't got no alerts or nothing. Nobody give a fuck about calling me.
I mean, we can hear you. You just sound like you speaking through a walkie-talkie.
Right.
Before it came back.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know. Just continue. We understand what you're saying.
Hold on. Check.
It's still the same.
All right, so everybody else mute their shit so I can hear him because I see somebody opening something. I don't know what's going on.
Swave the active one.
Yeah,
It's still a little funny. While you getting your mic situated, while you getting your mic situated,
rolling the blunt.
we heard you open the wrapper.
Hell shit, I'm rolling the blunt. Y'all niggas talking too much.
All right, while you get ARP, while you getting your mic situated,
Misfit,
I got two questions.
Check.
Whose bike is this?
Oh,
is that a good?
This is your bike?
It's my bike.
Fire. That bike fire.
And who did you bury in the backyard? Who did you bury in the backyard, man?
Yo.
Who is that? Is that JC? Is that JC back there?
That's smack.
Oh, chill. We not doing all that.
You started it, nigga. Fuck you, man.
I ain't starting out. What are you talking? See, this is. I just be trying to get to the bottom of these things, B. That's it, man.
I just be joking.
It still sounds a little funny, but continue. You were saying.
You remember the question I asked, right?
Yeah.
Did you foresee?
And not even to go too crazy on that. It's just, you understand that type of stuff comes with shit. There are a lot of things from certain people that caught us off guard because, we just thought that some of these people are of a different character. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you get surprised by certain people. But all that does over the years is just thickens your skin and it reduces your circle of how much you fuck with people that you ain't grow up with. That's all.
Okay.
And just, the success you was able to reach through RBE and what you've been able to do, because, like, you are a strong state. People will probably call you top 2-3 league out here, in the States right now. You know what I'm saying? So that's a big deal. Like, you know what I mean? People want to go to RBE. Your platform is respected. So, did you see you guys reaching this?
Nah. And I guess I didn't see us reaching this because that was never like the plan. Stuff like that happens organically. And when it happens organically, that's the best. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't in 2013, us looking at the game and saying, yo, you know what we're going to do? Watch the takeover. Like, nah, like that's never been our thing. You know what I mean? Everybody that you would think we have issues with, we have supported on 10 at some point or another. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I've supported heavy. There was never no takeover, nothing like that. We haven't taken over shit. We just humble little RBE. I think we just put in so much work over the years and brought so much to the game and to the table. A lot of fans have realized, like, yo, these guys have really done a lot for the culture, and it's just too much to erase at this point. It's just too much to ignore what we have done. You know what I'm saying?
What happened just now? Because your mic just came back out of nowhere.
Came back, ARP. You came
out of nowhere.
That's I didn't touch nothing. I didn't touch shit.
Hey, yo.
I think somehow URL is sabotaging your mic somehow. I don't know how they're doing it, but
there you go, Mike. There you go, man.
Right, Sway. When you make the joke,
there you go. That's starting that.
It's just a joke. It's just a joke. However, I will say this. I know it's frustrating, and it's gonna sound funny when I say this, but I love it. And you should love it too, because not only does it give you clarification of who to fuck with and who not to fuck with, but it's kind of a validation. When you talk about the biggest league in the United States having to do certain things, and I'm sure they got their reasons. I've said on many platforms, URL is the most ambitious league, and I think that's the whole purpose behind it. They want to be number one. And the one thing, ARP, that yo, Swave.
My fault, B. She over here talking to me. All right.
Yo, Kelly, chill out, son.
Word. Talk. The
one thing that as cool as we are, the one thing that I wanted to see out of RBE is the killer instincts. I feel like you guys, because it's not your the sole income that comes for your group. I feel like there's still not a killer instincts of where you feel like I want to be number one. I want to crush motherfuckers. I think that y'all just do shit and it just comes out great. But at the same time, like, you know, there is a clear competition going on. It's clear. Whether you want to be in it or not, it's going down.
I think, Mav, what you're saying, just to follow up a little bit, is like, I kind of see what you're saying, but I don't believe that because ARP don't play like either. ARP, like, yeah, he may not be saying this. Like, ARP is a silent competitor where I'm looking at him. Like, he doesn't have to say he's competing. And it's not even about the competition. It's just, I'm gonna go as hard. If this is what's the best, I'm gonna do things that I see as dope too, and then it brings that success. Because I don't think ARP is not competing either. You know what I'm saying? But I'll let ARP say what he got to say to that.
But hold on. Hey, hold on. Before we get into another segue.
Hold on. ARP be taking shots on the low.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. Nah, Matt, I just want to add on to your question.
It's beautiful though. I like it.
Yeah. So
I mean,
in the beginning, because in the beginning,
as humble as we are, we've definitely taken our shots as well. I mean, and that's my rebuttal to Mav is that killer instinct in this field to us is going against our principles. I don't practice bad business. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the forms I believe that you might be referencing of killer instinct. You know what I'm saying? And then there's also just moves that just to us is ego based. All right. There's a lot of things that sometimes it's just ego. You know what I mean? Like if I want to try to have the best of it, yeah, that doesn't mean that I'm going to say I'm going to do it on the same date as you, because even if I'm 10 times bigger than you, I might still lose $100, and I want that $100.
But ALP, I've told you a couple times, the situation that you in, whether you like it or not, you're in a position where should you ever, this is the thought at this point, should your league ever do something that surpasses every other league out there, that is the fear that you will become the people who are doing what they're doing to you. You understand? No. It's like think of this. If every day I'm not to say that this is what's going on, but it's a metaphor. If every day I'm fucking with this nigga, cause I know this nigga ain't as big as me, I'm gonna keep fucking with him. One day he get a gym membership, and I don't see the nigga for like 4 months. And the next time I see him, right, that is the fear. That's the fear. So I gotta keep fucking with you because, God damn it, if you ever get to that point, I know what I'm in for. You dig what I'm saying?
Okay. But Matt, what you explained ain't me, ain't Shata, ain't Lawrence. And you want to know who that guy is? That's the guy that questions a woman up and down the wall about who's that you on the phone with because they out doing dirt all fucking day. That's who you just explained.
That's Mav.
That's who you just
explained. That's not Mav. What you mean?
Who you on the phone with, yo?
No,
how's that mean?
But that's what you kind of said. What you kind of said is like, yo, coming from a standpoint of like, yo, we done did so much to these niggas that if they ever get a chance, man, we out of here. So we might as that. But once again, I don't know how long it takes. If I was acting, how long could I keep this act up? How long does it take for people to see our character? You know what I'm saying?
I respect it.
We're not. What about like fear of like, I call it the Diddy syndrome, right? When you
take that.
When you like see how primarily when Diddy got in the game, he was fucked over, and then he turned around and started fucking people over. right?
Right.
So like, are you afraid that eventually, right? That eventually,
Take that.
The
Yo, shout out to
reality.
Revolt. Shout out to Diddy. Shout out to Revolt. Shout out to Diddy.
Shout out to Revolt. We just fucking with you, Diddy.
Hey, Revolt, if you're
I
watching
Yeah,
this whole
man.
time,
Do
we're
your
talking
thing.
about a company named Rare Breed Entertainment.
RBE.
Right, you know,
Adam.
I hold a certain integrity to myself. Speaking of integrity, you know,
Right.
I'm not scary or broke, so I don't know. So, like I said, the Diddy syndrome, where are you afraid that you not even afraid, but eventually you would start lashing back at people the same way they lash at you in order to kind of gain leverage?
Nah. Because like one thing that my brother says is like your initial reaction is the real you. You know what I'm saying? And certain things have to be in your character. Like I'm not a teenager. I'm not no little kid. Like you're not gonna teach this old dog but so many new tricks. You know what I'm saying? Like my personality, my character is pretty much set for the rest of my life. You know what I'm saying? Like you're gonna see me out of character at times, like because I'm human and I'm not perfect. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, like there's nothing in battle rap that'll make me wake up tomorrow and decide to be a different person because of what somebody else or what other people do. I just can't conform like that. Like my life, Shot's life, Ant's life, Lawrence's life, the way that they are, the way that we are. Like if battle rap was able to change us, you would have seen it by now. You would have seen it by now. You know what I'm saying? Like I pride myself on being the same person since day one. I pride myself on that. Yeah, I mean, it's whether you met me in high school, whether you met me in middle school, whether you met me in college, fucking battle rap. I pride myself on being the same person. Now,
I'm
don't
like
get me
that
wrong.
too. I'm the same nigga too.
Yeah, the same person, the same person. Do we want the best and the biggest for RBE after we invested into our baby for going on 8 years? Of course. Does that come with putting us on a chessboard now because there's business things that's going on and we gotta do what we gotta do to continue to build and continue to be strong and grow? Yeah, we gotta do certain things that we might not have planned that we really wanted to do within our company. But as far as getting a whole different lane of who we are,
it's not gonna happen.
Nah, you're not gonna see that. You're not gonna wake up one day and you pick a league owner right now that's not me and put him in the back of your head. Any league owner that comes to mind. You're not gonna wake up one day and ARP is gonna be him or her. It's never gonna happen. It's never gonna happen.
In the defense of the league in question, and Misfit, I hope you're ready for this.
Y'all funny, B.
Misfit, I hope you're ready for this. Fit, is you ready? Fit, is you ready? Is you ready? What do you say to the people that say that a lot of the talent that you book are rejects?
Oh, but yo, I gotta defend Misfit to say another episode she cleared that up. So go ahead.
No. But okay, let's erase. Let's erase the reject word. Let's erase the reject word.
Well, Math took offense, right? Math took offense.
Math a troublemaker. I swear to God, Math is a fucking troublemaker.
I ain't no troublemaker, B.
This is why the show is so good.
I be chilling.
You a troublemaker, nigga. I know you.
I be chilling.
This is why the show's so good, though. Keep it going.
All right, so
Math, talk your shit, Math.
So let's clear that up, right? Not necessarily. Maybe it was a bad choice of word. But what I meant was a lot of times when, like, at the moment I was thinking of like 2 or 3 people, and maybe I was throwing shade at the bitches for myself. But there's a couple of people.
Coronavirus.
Some people who had issues with other leagues in the past, right? And they came to RBE, and it's like, all right, cool, like they're reborn again. You know what I'm saying? So, it wasn't like a shot to your league, but it was more so. It just looks like a trend that I was seeing It just looked it just looked like a trend where people were like almost like you was like a foster dad. Like, hey, they don't want you, come to daddy. Come to daddy.
Yeah.
I'll take care of you. You know what I'm saying? Or they did you wrong, I'll take care of you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like fucking Suge Knight. You don't want Diddy dancing in the videos. Come to RBE.
Turned into Suge Knight, B.
Hey, yo. Can I say something? I want to say something. Because me personally, I'm a nigga that stress issues with URL. I done had my issues with them. I done felt like they kind of played a nigga in a lot of ways. And I'm a nigga that went to RBE. But I did it because I like the platform. I ain't feel like no reject, though. I ain't never gonna feel like no fucking reject. Fuck them niggas. This is like, I go where I want to go if I like the platform, personally, for me. I like what ARP built. I was his first headliner. So I like the way he approached me for the whole... I like the way he approached me from the gate. Like, it was all business. It was all real nigga shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
So me going to RBE wasn't because I felt like I couldn't get booked at URL. Personally, I really feel like I could get booked anytime if I really pitch a fit, URL will book me. I just don't, I'm not the ass kissing nigga. That's just never
right.
been me.
Not, yeah.
Continue. I feel like same thing with KOTD. I felt like when I seen KOTD, I liked what they was doing over there. So I made it my business to reach out to her again and like, yo, I want to touch your platform. That's me though. Like I can't talk for every other battle rapper, but that's how I felt. I never felt like a reject.
But no. In the defense of URL, what would you say to people that say you book a lot of their talent?
When do I get to answer?
Yeah, I was about to say,
right.
How you just?
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead. My bad.
Waiting too, like, come on, son.
I ain't mean to jump in and cut off your answer. My bad. I just wanted to say that.
No, go ahead, Fitz. I'm sorry.
There's different perspectives of Fitz's initial comment of the rejects, right? There's different perspectives. Again, it's not there.
We hear you, but
it went out again.
You break a 19 right now again. Break a.
My nigga, I didn't touch nothing. I didn't touch the fucking phone.
I don't know. Shake the phone or something. I don't know what's going on.
Yo, Math, you said he's being sabotaged next time.
Yo, I don't know. They got the space. They offered space summer madness.
Nah, man.
They offered space summer madness. Nah.
Turn your 5G tower on.
Oh shit.
Yo, be careful with that. Be careful with that.
Right.
I'm sorry.
Be careful with that. Anyway, so the reject thing comes from different perspectives of why you think somebody is on RBE to begin with. Okay?
Right.
One thing that happens so frequently, and I'm not gonna pull any punches in this statement right here, is that people see, they watch, and they gravitate to the way RBE conducts battle rap. Okay? If you take our history all the way back, you got things that benefit the battlers like we conceive, which is the blood, sweat, and tears concept. So you might have the average battle rapper that maybe hasn't cracked through and became a Swave or a Fit or a Math, where they can almost name their opponent, top tier status and all that type of shit. You got people that feel like they have the talent, but they don't get the opportunities. They don't get the looks. They don't get the big bars. They don't get the opponents. They don't get the money. And over the years, but so long that you could watch RBE and hear all these things and say, yo, Jim's got A-Bird, Whoops got Daylight, Rosenberg Raw gets this person, and this shooter over here, Heavy Half got Math.
Math got Hollow?
Math got Hollow. Verb got Hold on, man.
Hold on.
Let him talk, man.
Go ahead.
Hold hold on.
I got some inside information on that, but let's go.
So you have a lot of people in those situations that, unfortunately, they fell for the bright lights of the way things look. Everybody knows in every entertainment industry, it's smoke and fucking mirrors. In every entertainment industry, I don't care if you're talking about Hollywood, I don't care if you're talking about rappers, I don't care if you're talking about battle rappers or leagues. And a lot of people, you know, they strive to be on URL. You know what I'm saying? And then they realize that, you know what, maybe some of the things that I want for me, I'm not getting here. And then you realize, damn, everything that I thought that I wanted isn't here. Maybe it was over there this whole time. And then they come in and they find that out. You know what I'm saying? It's not a conversation like, yo, I heard you're not happy. Holla at me. It's not that. 80% of the time, these people holla at us. You know what I'm saying? That's one perspective. That's one perspective. The other perspective that I want to switch around. I said this years ago on the channel, probably like 2015. I did a blog about developing talent. Who develops talent? It's always a misconception between a talent that's been developed versus a talent that's gotten more views and gotten more publicity because of the channel or the promotion that they was involved in.
Right. Can you give an example? Can you give an example of the two?
I'll give you a battle rapper. I'll give you Show Off.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? People would credit him to being an RBE guy. But the same Show Off that you probably heard in early RBE on stage, you heard on Bloody Knuckle shit. You heard on Trap House with No Mercy. Same thing with, like, say, a T-Top. You know what I'm saying? First time I listened to T-Top, he was battling John. I couldn't believe that was on. You know what I'm saying? People also forget that T-Top came up a little bit in UW. You know what I mean? What happened with T-Top on URL, the way that they marketed him, the way that they gave him opponents, the way that they abused him, he became a URL person. That's how he gets identified now. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? So you have a lot of battlers that get popular in certain places and they get that tag on them. But what people fail to realize is that when you're that big of a channel and that big of a promotional platform like URL, sometimes people don't even realize the reverse. So, like, for example, like, let's say I take Mr. Mills, and Mr. Mills has Oops, he has Big Cannon, he has JC,
B Magic.
He had before that. I'm talking about just RBE battles. And then he gets a call from URL for a PG. Right? Now,
no, Mr. Mills had B Magic on your platform, right?
Hold on. I'm just making a point about when he got called for a PG, right?
Okay.
Right? Now, if he would have taken off on URL, he would have been tagged the URL battle rapper. The same thing with Jay Murder. Jay Murder had he had people like JC, he had people like Mr. Mills, he had Daylight, and then he was called for a PG. Right. He did PG. If he would have taken off from his PG, he would have became a URL battle rapper. JC, I have the file saved when JC league owners were in interviews saying that, like, he can't fill up a room. He's not an attractive guy. He can't battle. We started booking him on our platform in certain opponents and certain environments and taking advantage of his style and matching him up a certain way. And then all of a sudden, people started to call him again. Those situations are endless. Like I never seen interest in URL of Pat Stay until he battled A-Verb and Danny Myers on RBE. Like those type of situations just happen a lot. The reverse doesn't get seen because we're a smaller platform. It doesn't get really picked up on. You know what I'm saying? But there's interviews, like, let's say with like Beasley and Yakman on the URL channel where they're talking to each other, and you see Yakman ask, "We get the show," and the response is like, "What am I doing?" But he has to be exclusive. You see what I'm saying? So there's interest.
ARP, I think you got to get closer to the phone.
Damn. So the point being that there's common interest in a lot of these battlers. There's been a lot of battle rappers that got hot and then got a pull from URL. I can even say somebody that is brand new, but these
Brand new.
don't get like, let's say cocaine, right? Cocaine was introduced to the masses from
It's going out.
Wait, we don't hear you.
It's going out.
Did you hear me?
Now I can hear.
I said, for example, I could even come recent, like I could use somebody that's still an up and comer, like Blue Cocaine. Blue Cocaine was put out to the masses for the most part by RBE. She went from like small platforms or whatever, straight to a big card on RBE and promoted and put out there back to back to back. Now she's getting calls from owners from other platforms offering her exclusive deals to sign off of RBE. See what I'm saying? So these are situations that are happening in the reverse that don't get talked about. But because some of these guys get hot, whether it's on URL first or RBE first, and then they end up on URL on the bigger platform, but whether they come back to us or not, it becomes a reject thing. But I literally could go down 100 of those examples with conversion. You know what I'm saying? But here's one key difference. I never pushed the narrative for the sake of trying to put that in the fans, the bloggers, and the battlers' heads to benefit myself. That was a narrative that got created to benefit that platform, to put that in people's subconscious. The same way one year it was home league, another year it was about saturation. Those were all anti-league narratives, because when you look about saturation right now, some of these people are contracted. I can see them every other week. So
say that one more time.
What was that?
Say that one more time.
The contract.
Which part?
You said that some people get contracted and every other week. What was every other week?
I said every year it's a narrative. Narratives are created for marketing to push against competition. One year it's about the home league. The next year it could be about battle rapper saturate. Don't battle on other platforms because you'll saturate yourself. But now I see some of those battlers being the most saturated. You see what I'm saying? Then it'll be about money. Like the narratives always change and they're put out there for competitive purposes. You know what I'm saying? So I when I see these things get said by certain people, I know where it comes from. It comes from a place of trying to get a misfit to say that, or a battle rapper or a fan to believe that, to just be anti-RBE because we do a good job, whether it's marketing somebody for the first time or after another platform. Because we've done both. We've done both. Right. You know what I'm saying? I haven't seen a single battle rapper make it to the Oscars other than Oops. Where does he come from? That's the highest level I've ever seen reach. I'm talking about
shout out to Oops.
I'm talking about a guy that
Bruce Frank.
A room that was worth billions sat in that room. You see what I'm saying? Got Leonardo DiCaprio and all these people on his cell phone now and all that shit. Where's he come from? I've seen
I was in a movie, boy. I'm on Netflix.
You can't hear me?
Nah, I said I'm on Netflix. Chill, boy. I'm in a movie.
What movie you in? What movie you in, Fish?
Motion picture.
What movie you in, Fish?
I'm gonna drop the date soon. Just wait.
But Fit.
Yo, Rap War 1 still out there right now. Go ahead.
But Fit. I don't want to come off like it's about who could do more for a battler, or that RBE could do more for a battler, because that's not a competition I'm trying to embark on. All I'm trying to say is that we all have our moments where we look at a particular artist and we feel like it's beneficial to us to work with them. And it's been happening in reverse, both sides.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like
that's really what it is. So to me, if a situation can benefit a battle rapper, and if the fans could get entertainment from it, then anything else that's said gotta be from a certain position. It's gotta be for a reason. Because if the battle rapper is happy and the fans are getting what they want to see, what's the problem?
Right. Now I gotta ask you, A case in point, Hitman
My shit
Holla.
running low. I got 5. I got 5 left. Good.
You got 5 left? Okay. Hitman Holla, great.
I might walk to a plug. I might walk to a plug.
Walk to a plug if you can, because I feel like this is a discussion that a lot of people have been waiting to hear. And yeah, we get the ARP blogs, but there's no interjection. There's no one to sit there and say, well, ARP, what about this? You know what I'm saying? Even though in your blogs, I feel like you really sit there and you try to cover all points. I don't know how long it takes you to do these things, but I really feel like you be sitting there for weeks like, oh yeah, okay, I got that covered. I got that covered. I got that covered.
Yeah, because you caught
we had Hitman Holla. Hitman Holla graced your stage, and he didn't have the same issues of a threat like, okay, you was on RBE, so now we're not going to book you. Even Bill Collector, you was on RBE, so now we're not going to book you. So I feel like these situations only happen in cases where people feel like they're not confident in their position in battle rap.
Well, no, but that comes to what ARP was saying. And I think that makes sense, what he was saying. Yeah, the two things. Because Hitman Holla is a huge brand. So it's not like they can jeopardize his career. Like no one could tell Hitman
Bill Collector?
Holla.
What about Bill Collector?
You don't know what calls Bill Collector got.
Even Bill Collector, because recently he's been,
and neither do I.
Hot. He's been hot. Like
right.
He's been gracing the stages and he battles everywhere though.
Yeah, Bill's a great show, man. He puts on a show.
Look, I look at it like this: as an artist that has graced RBE stage, and then the week after graced URL stage, and then the week after graced King of the Dot stage. I feel like it's just a personal perception that you have to have for yourself. If you put on a great performance, every league is gonna want you.
Shout out to Vada Fly, man. I like his term. He said, "If you cooking, they booking."
If you cooking, they booking. I love that. I love that. Vada, put that on a T-shirt. If you cooking, they booking. That's fine.
But we all know that other cliche phrase of people do what people allow. You know what I'm saying? And that's one thing that the battle rappers never did, unfortunately. The battle rappers never moved like a union. Y'all gave all the power to the leagues. You know what I'm saying? Y'all never moved like a union. And one thing that y'all also know, unfortunately, is like, I stand my ground for the amount of money that I want, or the situation I want, or what I know I'm worth. But I fucking understand my ground, and my peer, my partner, just step right in my shoes as soon as I have an issue and take the spot. Y'all never unioned up. You know what I'm saying? And y'all refuse to. Like, yeah, it is teams or whatever, but that's promotion. That doesn't really carry into the leagues the way people think that it should or it could. You know what I'm saying? Right. So the lack of the battlers moving like that and standing on shit, at the end of the day, it's like a common bully. You know what I'm saying? Like the reason why people don't respect bullies is because you know that bullies have certain targets. You know, a bully doesn't want to play with certain people and do certain things with certain people. You see what I'm saying?
They pick and choose.
So to Fitz's point, if it's not an issue for Hitman, if you can't threaten Hitman, but you are a battler that get threatened, then you got to maybe look at yourself and be real about where you're at, or who you are, or what you're going to stand on. Because if you could get leaned over, if you could get threatened, if I could come to you and say, yo, Mav, do what's in my favor, or you dead over here, and you got to do what I say. If I got you by the neck like that, where the fuck is you at? Where the fuck is you at?
No, I feel you. Like I said, I've gotten many contracts, skimmed over them, and been like, ooh, what's that? Oh, nah, I'm not doing that. Yo, nah, you know I don't rock like that, bro.
If I could grab you by the collar like that, where are you at? Where are you at? You know what I'm saying?
That's why I don't battle as much as the other girls battle, because it's like certain shit that's put on the table, and I'm just like, shit. Like, no. What the fuck? And I'm gonna stay my ground no matter what league it is. You know what I mean? I don't care who it is. Like, don't give a fuck.
But one difference for you, Fit, is maybe you have a little bit more morals and integrities than some of these folks, and you also are very, very capable of taking care of yourself without a battle rap check.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah.
And everything, a lot of things that we've said still leads back to those two fucking things. You scary or you broke. If it's three, then it's a combination of fucking both. Like, you just never know.
So which one is JC?
I don't know. I don't know. Nobody's here to try to pick on JC, and JC's a grown man. I can't pick on him anyway. But I don't know why you think
which one are you saying Cortez is?
Nobody's here to try to get at Cortez neither.
I can't be involved in this.
Okay, all right, cool.
Yeah,
no, I'm not. Look, everybody has a voice. Fit. Everybody has a voice, and I feel like, but this is the situation.
I do respect that, but at the same time, when Troy Ave came back up there, Charlamagne had to leave. He left for a reason.
Shout out to Troy. Shout out to Troy. Crown Heights in the building. You heard?
He wasn't on that second interview for a reason. We know why.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Now, moving past this, like I said, the social distancing, it is the rave right now. Everybody's tuning in. If you haven't caught these battles, I need y'all to go out and support this situation. We got Chef Trez versus Quantum Physics. Head Ice, he sent shots at Show Off. Show Off, we want to hear you respond. I know right now the situation seems like everybody's like, it's over for you, but we do want to hear you respond. Danny Myers versus Jay Murder. I have yet to watch that. I'm going to check that out after this. Swave Sever versus Clean Paper. Swave.
No.
Sever.
Yo, that Clean Paper situation. I love the way you took the chair. that shit was genius. That shit was genius. I love that shit.
Thank you.
But I think that right now, with the social distancing, is showing the integrity of every battle rapper and how much they want to put into what they're doing. So with that question, though, with that statement, I want to say, ARP, what are you going to do should a battle rapper submit a 10-minute round? Because we know it's not fair. We know that's not fair. We do understand that some of these battle rappers are doing what they're doing for the money, and we can kind of tell. Unfortunately, we can kind of tell. We can tell by how much you put into what you're doing, how much value you place on your performance. So what happens when somebody submits a 10-minute round versus 90 seconds?
I'm gonna have a conversation with both sides. There's no clear-cut answer because there's always variables. Like, what happens if Mav submits a 10-minute classic round, and then I speak to the other side, and the other side is like, that nigga Mav sucks. Like, I bet you my 2 minutes bodies him. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh. Give it a try. Give it a try. Whoever it is, give it a try.
That's my point. My job is to do.
What if you tell them, like, look, it's 90 seconds. No matter what you give me, I'm gonna stop seconds. So make sure you go within that time frame.
No. See, this is the problem. League owners are never gonna do that.
Don't cut my shit off. Fuck that.
Exactly.
Don't cut my shit off. Fuck that.
So right now it's more right. You know, there's a saying. There was a saying. People that do more and expect less always end up making more than the people who do little and expect more. I know I said it fucked up, but
yeah, you said that totally wrong, bro.
All right. So look, if someone pays you for 5 minutes, you do 10 minutes, you're more likely to get paid for 10 minutes the next time.
I got a video on the channel about how battles get ruined based on time limits. And I admit in that blog, it's on the channel right now, that no league owner wants to stop content that they're getting more for what they paid for. Let's keep it honest. If we book 2 minute rounds and you up there rapping a 5 minute third, I'm like, oh shit, that's crazy.
Or
You know what I'm
20
saying?
or 20-minute third.
That's
Yeah,
like
only
that's like a
time
nigga getting a couple extra grams and
and the thing
that's
is
like
the
a nigga
battle is
getting a
going
couple
bad.
extra grams or something. You know what I mean? A nigga get a
Facts.
couple extra grams in his ounce.
If
That's what that is. You buy an ounce,
a
the nigga give you a couple.
no
He give you
legal
32
owner
grams
want to
instead of
call
that 28.
time.
You be like, oh, all right.
Word.
Yeah.
No legal owner want to call time unless they feel the battle is horrible. Like, man, fuck it, let's get out of here. Time.
No, nobody's turning down the extra grams.
And nobody
Yo,
turning down
Nobody.
extra grams.
they're running out of bench time.
Nobody.
Nobody
Word.
wants to call time. Nobody wants to call time. You know what I'm saying? So in a situation like this, nobody foresaw this. Like I said, this was a card that we put together in like 6-7 hours. Even the rules is evolving. Like by the time we put out the second video, then we made up a rule. We put it on Twitter like, the person that's gonna go second is the person that sends me their footage first. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you do a coin flip? Like, we're evolving. It's an answer fit. Or Matt, whoever asked that, like, what do we do? We get a 10-minute round in. We still trying to figure out how to conduct this video shit. So it's just like,
Yeah, it's brand new. It's brand new.
right? Yeah, it is. Right now, the best approach is to speak with both parties and see how both sides feel. Right now, that's the best way to do it because saying, yo, no matter what, I'm gonna chop you at 90 seconds. That's how it's gonna be edited. That could be a big problem too because it's also competition based on visuals. You know what I'm saying? So what if I'm chopping, you know, a video performance, a visual performance, a skit? You know, like it's just so much that comes to it. And what fan has never booed the fucking platform when they call time? Is they always boo the fucking? It's always a platform.
No, but I just
No, that's not true. Chilla Jones versus DNA. They booed his ass.
Nine times out of
like,
you don't remember Cortez and Rex?
That's
you
true.
Remember Cortez and Rex, where Smack is out there like, yo, what y'all want me to do? They agreed to this shit.
Right.
I feel the same way because if I say 90, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the fuck?
No, but I'm saying, like, the whole cutoff thing, right?
Fit, you slowing down.
Somebody told me that.
Yeah, Fit breaking up.
Say, yo, Fit, no matter what you do, I'm cutting you off at 90 seconds. Yo,
connect to the Wi-Fi.
1, 2, and 2.
Connect to the Wi-Fi, fam.
Can you hear me?
Connect to the Wi-Fi. It's you going, yo, the web bomb service. It's looking crazy.
What about now?
Yeah, you good.
Nope.
I can hear
me?
you. Yeah.
I can hear you.
But I look crazy?
You just slow motion.
No, you
like,
look
fast, slow
fine,
motion.
but it's just slowing down a little bit.
Nah, you look crazy. You look crazy. I ain't gonna sit here and lie to you and all that. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Anyway.
Look at this nigga Swave in the field, say.
If somebody
Word. Where you at?
That,
yeah.
Right?
You
don't hear me, right?
It's chopping up. Connect to the Wi-Fi, son.
Wi-Fi. I did. Look, I did connect to Wi-Fi.
Walk to the router. Your house lit.
Go where?
Walk to the router. Your house lit. Go ahead.
Walk to the router.
To the router.
Let's see if we can get a better signal. In the meantime.
Yo, anyway.
In the meantime.
You said what?
Yeah.
I said now his battery gonna die, son.
I'm plugged in right here in the whip, man. I'm chilling.
Then I wouldn't.
No, I didn't mean your phone. I meant your car battery.
Hold on, Fit. What you saying?
Yeah.
Like if somebody told me, yo, I'm gonna cut you off at 90 seconds, I wouldn't pass that, afraid that good content would get cut.
Right.
It's just like it's a warning, so they won't even do it in the first place.
Right.
Yeah, that could, yo, fit that really could be a good idea for volume two. It really could be. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, our channel is stock dropping and stock raising overnight. So I do want to keep things fair as much as possible. Yeah, I mean, and I want the battlers to be able to have the looks that we all, set out to have. I
Right.
don't want this to also sound like this is an anti-Ice thing, though. You know what I'm saying? Because I think Ice, was just in mode, and he was like, "Yo, I gotta show people where I'm at." And I
And
still,
at the end of the day, it is an art. And if somebody is that
that's
passionate
why,
about their art,
and that's why I really, really want to say shout out to both sides. And I know one side might get mad at me for saying it about the other side, but
right,
shout out to Ice because I know he was just in his bag, and he was like, "Yo, I gotta let these people hear me right now." And
right,
and on show up side, it's still a battle. It's still his reputation. It's still his brand, and he still did the 90 and submitted 90. You know what I'm saying?
right.
So I think Fit does make a good point. You know what I'm saying? The only thing that could really, really fuck up with the fans that would suck in my shoes is that we chop some good content at 90 seconds, we put it out, right? And the fans don't get the quality battle or the quality video that they could have gotten. And then I got a battler that's possibly upset at me. And I got fans that's upset at RBE talking about, it's only a quarantine 90-second battle. The same way people will do a blog saying that, yo, you got killed. They'll also cut on a camera and do a blog saying, it's only a quarantine battle. How the fuck you chopping the footage? It's like,
Mm.
damn if you don't. Like, you know what I'm saying?
How that nigga Clean almost choked in his quarantine battle though? That nigga almost choked in his own shit, B. Damn, how you? Damn, Clean.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Sway battle.
Yeah,
both
so it's we gotta figure it out, man. If we haven't figured it out, yo, Sway, mute.
Yeah, the
If
train coming.
we haven't figured it out in venues yet, it ain't gonna be easy to figure it out over fucking night and literally a week for this shit. Like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's a fact. But I will say after the first round of what we got, and I'm not gonna lie, yo, like I said, Cortez is my man. It's my man, B. It's my man.
For your forehead straight? Well, okay. Since you're too crazy to let go, allow me to introduce y'all to Baby Ernesto. What do you think?
Cortez, there's plenty of options.
No, the fight with Cortez will be in County Hospital. Come on.
Yo.
I've been saying this. That's why I'm taking half your tax.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie, B. This Baby Cortez shit had me rolling. This Baby Cortez shit had me rolling. And I love the competition of it. I love what's going on. And I can't wait to see the next round. I feel like the next round is going to be even crazier, especially after what Ice did. I feel like he set the bar, and we're going to get a lot more for our money's worth. You know what I'm saying? Or rather, for RBE's money's worth. You know what I'm saying?
I think also a way on Fitz's point that could also just help, instead of just telling people flat out, yo, here's our rule 90s. If we're able to keep the negotiations to a limit, once again, because RBE is benefiting but so much, even though we're paying for these battles, then we could let the battlers agree. We set the 90-second mark because we was like, this is how we're also coming business-wise. You know what I mean? Because like I said, it was just something off the cuff only for free YouTube. So we wasn't expecting to be, do anything too crazy. But at the same time, if the business is still similar, and then I could then put it in the battler's hands and say, okay, you understand what's going on here. This is how the business is going. This negotiation is boom, boom, boom. Now, what the fuck do y'all agree on? And if y'all say, yo, I agree on 4 minutes. Me too. Cool. Maybe we'll try that approach. Maybe that's a way to do it in the middle. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's the way.
Look, I'm going to tell every battle rapper out there, always write more than the time limit. Always.
You see? And it be y'all motherfuckers that got us in having these type of discussions. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is why we end up in these situations.
But here's how I learned this. I went up against people who the battle wasn't that important to me, but it was the opportunity of a lifetime for them. And they went over time. Every time I battled somebody whose status was lower than mine, they went over time. And it was just more of like, yo, I want to win this. I'm going to show people that I'm not afraid to work harder than him. You know what I mean? So it put me in a perspective of, okay, for certain matchups, I know I have to go over. I know I have to. And it is what it is. Now, Swave, you in clean paper.
This guy's on a train with it. Like, yo, he's out in the field.
You out in the field with the mask on and everything. Fit, where you at? Fit disappeared.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm on the train.
Fit back.
She back. She outside.
You muted, Fit.
Where your mask at? I don't know what's going on. Yo, Swave, you really on the train?
Hell yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I told you. I heard this shit go by.
I dare you. I dare you to take your mask off and start coughing like mad crazy.
Yeah, people
they're saying glasses could help right now.
Glasses? How?
Because you're talking your eyes, your nose, your mouth.
Yeah, I feel it. I understand.
Your nose and your mouth.
Yeah.
Your glasses?
No, the main places of infection is through eyes, through nose, or through mouth.
Yeah.
Right. So wear glasses.
With a mask.
Yeah, I'm talking about Sway.
Yeah.
Is my shit still
I'm on
choppy?
point with it. Yeah, my shit's all covered.
Y'all can't hear me or something?
Yo, Swave, get off, B. Get off the train.
Yo, Knowledge.
Yo.
You see me or I'm still fucking blurry?
Nah,
you good. You straight.
Yeah.
So is there any way that we can get any heads up on the matches for the next round? Come on, baby.
Yeah.
You can do it. You can do it.
I can guarantee you that every winner is off of the plate because that's what we already promised, and that's part of
who are the winners?
So far the polls, from what I remember, you got Ill Will. They got Ill Will over Rex.
Right.
They got Street Hymns over Sharon.
Okay.
That was a fire one too.
They got Big K over Floss.
What's the boss?
Head Ice is not judged for a winner. 40 Cal is not judged for a winner. You got Blue Cocaine. They got voted over Yoshi G.
Right.
You got I think they got
Rosenberg Raw Oops.
They had Oops taking that. Yeah, that was a close one too. I think they got Chef Trez over Quantum on the poll. They got Chef Trez over Quantum. And tomorrow we'll put up the poll for Danny Myers and Jay Murder. Yeah, you still got Saya versus Scotty coming. You still got Mr. Mills versus LL Cool J coming. You got J400 versus Bankhead coming. You got a Snake Eyes Send Shot round coming.
Wait, hold on. J400 versus Bankhead. Now, the battle rap community, I know there's enough fire, old niggas. So y'all been sleeping on J400. But Jay got some shit, and Bankhead has definitely been making noise in this region for a long time. That's one I definitely got to see. I definitely got to see that one.
That'll probably be dropping That shit might be dropping. What's today? Today Thursday. It might be dropping Saturday morning.
So who won?
Bankhead and J400.
Yeah.
The visual is, and I don't want to sound like I'm trying to put a bias out there coming from the league owner towards the battlers, but let me say this: J400 definitely went in with his visual. You know what I'm saying? Bankhead kept it more general. You know what I'm saying? But ball wise, we gotta let the fans vote that because they both was rapping. Both was rapping.
Shout out to Bankhead. Shout out to J400. I'm looking forward to that. How soon can we start seeing the next round?
Here's a catch about the next round.
Right.
See, we started up this social distance thing, and then we wanted to commit and stick to every day until the card was done 8 a.m. It's like setting a record for most consecutive releases and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like literally a record in battle raps has never been done before. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's right.
But now that that's being accomplished, because we got all of our footage in and we're going to still stick to every day until everything else is out. Once that is done, we're leaning towards a decision of trying to get back into some of the get back battles. Because we still have a battle of the year contender, Chef Trez versus Sharon to release. We still got Danny Myers versus A Ward to release. We still got Show Up versus Mac Myron to release. We still got Rosenberg Raw versus Snake Eyes to release. We still got Lady J versus Blue Cocaine to release. Floss the Boss versus KT on-site battle to release. 1SK battles to release. And I'm not saying we're releasing all those before we get to Social Distance Volume 2. I'm just saying that the Get Back really set a nice bar for event of the year. And we're very proud of how that event came out. Like, it was really a great event. It gave you a little bit of everything, and everybody put on. From the reintroduction of Cal to Big King.
Freestyle shit was.
Yo, bananas. You had the Chef Trez Sharon epic shit in the 4th round.
Yeah, that was crazy.
You had Adi Boom come back. You had Big K put on. You had Danny Myers versus A Ward, a very heavy fan requested battle. So we can't ignore that just because we got this new movement going on. Like, that card means a lot to RBE. That card would. And it happened on the 29th, you know, going back to your previous conversation. That card means a lot to us. So
now, quick question. Was that you in the caffeine chat?
100% no. 100%.
I knew it wasn't moving like you.
Yeah, like you live. Yo, honestly, I'm gonna keep it so official right now. I always do. Yo, there was a point, I forget in between what battle it was. We was miking up other battlers or waiting for them to come to the stage. One of those. I'm on stage, I'm chilling, going through my phone. I'm like catching up with text messages and shit like that. I'm calling and texting battlers that they coming to event, all that type of shit that we do every fucking event. I had a fan on stage, like while the music was playing and everything, we was waiting for the next battle to start. Lean over and tell me, yo, the stream is down. Like, because everybody that's in the building that day is like pro RBE because everybody knows what's going on. So they're like, yo, BE. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a pro. Over there is probably pro them. Over here that day was pro RBE. I had a fan lean over and be like, yo, the stream is down. I said, get the fuck out of here. I said, because honestly, once again, karma is a bad word to say right now.
Did it make you smile? Did it make you smile?
Hold on. I'm gonna take it deeper. Everybody's looking at this 29 situation. There's people that know behind the scenes shit that hasn't been said of how it was just like, really, like we doing all of this. Cool. The day before, on a Friday, some wild shit happens. Friday. Everybody knows what I'm talking about.
Twerking Norbs.
Some wild shit happens Friday. So on our side, we're like, wow, like that's crazy. Like leading into this big RBE, you know, this 29th thing, like, wow, that's crazy. Well, you know who? I don't know no details or nothing. It's not my business. At the time, we just saw the footage and heard like everybody else.
Right.
Saturday, I didn't think anything else could happen. When that fan lead over and said, yo, that stream, I said, get the fuck out of here. I couldn't believe it. because I'm the person that's dead in the middle on the RBE side of all of this leading controversy of these two platforms on the same day. So when I heard that, I was like, it can't be, because we're talking Drake promotion. We got people hitting us up. Yo, Drake tweeted, yo, RBE, y'all whole league is over. He's just like, what? You know what I'm saying? But we go with that's oh shit.
What happened? Oh, Beasley just ran up in his crib.
He probably dying. He probably.
He's joining.
His
Shit.
His battery died.
Nah, son. Beasley ran up in his crib, son. It's over.
Yeah.
We gotta wait for him to come back.
Yo, I gotta say though, I know people think that I'm RBE biased, but I believe that there's enough room for everybody. You dig what I'm saying? And I think that it's imperative that battle rappers, you look at yourself as a brand outside of the leagues. And it's fine to have a preference. However, when this becomes a situation where you're battling and this is your career, I don't think that you will have the same type of patience to wait for someone to provide an opportunity when you can go out and make them yourselves. And I do not encourage any battle rapper to get into a position where your career is in the hands of someone else at all. I don't care who it is, whether it's RBE, whether it's URL, whether it's King of the Dot. If you yourself are a brand separately, I think that any opportunity that you can take that benefits you, you should keep your options open. Always. Always.
Yeah, I mean, it's just business at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? And like ARP said, he's not friends with what, 99.9% of the people. So he's basically saying, like, even if he's cool with it, a lot of niggas and stuff, like, this is
it's business.
Yeah,
it's business.
It is business
it's understandable.
on all ends, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It is in their best interest for any league's best interest to do shit like that. It just depends on, again, what's your foundation and your shit.
Like I said, many times I've said URL is the most ambitious league because they want, and it's clear. It's a clear statement in everything that they do that they want to be number one, period.
Most
I have no problems with that. However, I do not feel like they have the room for every battle rapper in the world. So as a battle rapper, you have to make decisions on your own and decide what is the best for you. And like the Butterfly said, to quote him, if you cooking, they booking.
I mean, come on.
Like I said, me myself, I've booked King of the Dot, RBE, and URL 3 weeks back to back. If you cooking, they booking.
Facts.
If you got it,
don't matter.
Facts, man.
It don't matter.
I mean, it definitely is tough. You know what I mean? But that's what makes makes it what it is, because they make it hard for everybody to get on. Like, can you imagine coming on as a PG and just having to try out to get the position to one time get the ability to get paid? I'd be like, yeah, that's tough. You know what I mean? But I guess that's a part of the game, because at one point niggas wasn't getting paid to battle rap like that anyway. Either niggas was just battling for rep or for respect. So
Now there's definitely one more topic that I wanted to speak to ARP about, and that is this battle rap royalties. Shout out to Nori, shout out to Drink Champs. I was able to speak about this issue on their platform. Battle rappers getting royalties, or at least having a long-term plan for battle rap, where it's just not a one and done, you get paid and then your footage continues and motherfuckers eat off of that shit for the rest of your life, and you just got to sit there and be like, okay, the views are still going up. You dig what I'm saying? Fit, how do you feel about it?
About like royalties and shit.
Yes.
I mean, like any business venture or anything I like to, you know, get myself into it, as if especially as of lately, I feel like the business does have to be right. And when I mean business, I mean revenue, proceeds, residual income. I just don't think it makes sense to do work. And again, it really depends on what your goal is. Cause some people battle rap just to be famous or just to be known or just to be heard of. But
Right.
if you're trying to be a career battle rapper where this is your sole income, this is what's putting food on the table, it's only in your best interest to try to involve yourself deeper in the business, to have the knowledge to understand that residual income is the only way you can do it. Because
Right.
you know what happens in a quarantine when there's no live events and
Right. When you say
you
residual income, I feel like you mean passive income, where it continues to just come in even when you're not active.
well, yeah, like
Yeah.
recurring revenue. Like
Right.
you have to like again in these situations right now, certain battle rappers are scrambling, taking $100 battles just to eat. When if we had some kind of, you know, plan in place, people would still be eating off of battles they did when they was fucking 16. You know what I'm
Yo,
saying?
Fit. Yo, Fit.
It's
Let me
so
ask you a question. What's
yeah.
the strangest thing you've seen battle rappers doing for money?
This nigga Nathalie
Well,
didn't like.
recently, I mean, recently, right? I see everybody posting like, "Hey, send me $25." I'll post, you know, people that was doing promotion. You know, we're not
Hmm.
one of them because my opinion been doing promotion before the quarantine. But a
That's
lot
not
of
that
people doing
strange.
promotion. But the strangest thing I've seen is
Yeah.
40 bars. Um, she's doing strip teases online to get bread.
She's doing
Now,
what?
I don't know if it's genius, but I did text message her to try to get her on the
Striptease?
show to speak about it.
That's what's up.
She
Because
doing
I'm in
what?
there talk. So this is what's happening.
What
It's a
time?
trivia game. It's a trivia game.
Right.
You enter by paying her on Cash App.
What?
You spin the wheel. You answer a question. If you get it right,
What?
she take a piece of clothes off. Mm.
What? What?
Strange for the change. Strange for the change.
I know.
But
I know. 40
Knowledge
bars
you
got a
just
lot
zip
of.
down.
You said what?
so like,
Knowledge you just zip down.
hey, it's
Yeah.
like it's a lot of shit happening for people to get money in these times, and it's getting rough. It's getting
Nah,
rough.
I ain't gonna front. I got verbally assaulted by somebody with a fans only page.
No
It's
word.
crazy.
The
It's
struggles,
crazy.
the struggles.
Breathe,
So
motherfucker.
tell me about it.
I mean, people doing what they gotta do, man. People hustling like they always
You
was
you know,
Nah,
hustling.
I hear it,
and you
the
can't
hustle.
really knock anybody's hustle, because at the end of the day,
No, they gotta do what they gotta do to pay
yeah,
the bill.
there's people really fucked up by this shit, bro. There's people really
Yeah.
fucked up. Like, they're not
People
working.
ain't got jobs, no businesses. Businesses is losing money. The worst thing that really hurts, like just when I just sit down and think about this whole quarantine and this whole fucking COVID-19 shit, I'm thinking about being sick second. The first thing I'm thinking about is the economy, bro. Like
Right.
how this can affect our economy so dramatically. Like I don't even think people realize this shit. Like the value of your dollar could go to shit, and that means absolute ruckus. The first thing that happens when people lose their jobs and they have no other options, crime goes up
Word.
way high, and we don't
Way
want
high.
that.
They try
We
to get
don't
it.
want that. Yeah, man, we don't want that at all. You know, we want people to continue their lives, regular scheduled programming. You know what I mean?
Word. You don't want a bunch of 2005 maths running around. I'm telling you, you don't want that.
Nah, man.
You don't want that.
You don't want
Shit
that.
crazy.
But like, I just hope, shout out to everybody who's doing what they got to do to keep food on the table and providing for their
Facts.
family.
Facts.
It is what it is. But
Facts.
this shit sucks. But shout out to leagues like ARP and URL for continue to put content out, especially at this time. Even us. Shout out to us. Shout out to what we doing. Because at the end of the day, we still got an audience to communicate with, and we're making it happen the best way we know how.
Word.
And people are tuned in, man. Regardless, people are tuned into the non-activity and everything else that comes out of it.
My expert opinion fans, stop coming for me in the chat, B. Stop coming for me in the chat. I'm gonna start fucking y'all niggas up one by one, B. Word.
Yo, I really think it'd be one nigga.
It do.
It'd be one nigga that slid in your DMs and you wasn't receptive.
Yeah, boy. I
And he's mad.
Messages from boy. That's what I'm like, yo, people are crazy. It really be your biggest fan, turn your biggest stand, boy. Like, what the fuck? Like,
that's a fact.
Off my dick.
That's a fact.
Hey, man, people got whatever feelings they gonna have, man.
Look, man, our fan base is predominant. Yes, shout out to the supporters. You know, I've been getting messages from a lot of the fans like, yo, we miss y'all. We miss y'all. Like, where y'all at? What y'all doing? Y'all could do it on Zoom. Yo, we miss y'all. Shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to y'all. We are not gonna stop. And I guarantee you, like, the three people that you see sitting right here, I don't know what's going on. ARP, I invited them a couple of times. But the three people that you see sitting right here are dedicated to this culture. And we are going to continue to push and push and push and push and push until we can get to a situation where we are producing battle rap millionaires, whether they are battle rapping or not battle rapping. It is going to happen. It is going to happen. Right now, all people care about is content. Content. Now, I need people to place a value on this content. There's a lot of bullshit that's being put out there just for the sake of y'all don't got shit to watch. Here, watch this bullshit.
Right.
Quality over quantity. We will continue to deliver. Just please stay away from the bullshit. Stay away from the bullshit. You know what I mean? This is a time where people's mentalities can easily be changed because of the shit that they're watching all the time. So be careful. Be careful. Stay away from the gossipers. Stay away from the motherfuckers that's not giving you accurate information. Keep it locked.
Right.
And I don't know if ALP is coming back, but we got a lot of good shit out of him tonight. Hopefully, we can get other league owners on here. There is no bias, regardless to whatever y'all think. There is no bias. At the end of the day, we all in this together. All in this together. And we all share a common enemy that doesn't want to see us win. You look at this corona shit, you look at who is attacking, it's attacking the majority of people who are interested in battle rap. And that is a fact. That is a fact.
Right.
So stay safe out there. Wear your mask. I don't care who you heard not to wear your mask from. Wear your mask. Wear your gloves. Spray yourself down when you come in the crib. Don't go congregating with people. Don't go sitting in circles because you cannot track where these people have been in the last 2 weeks and what they've been exposed to.
Right.
I think it's safe. Yeah.
I'm glad ARP came on though.
Yeah.
I did want a little more out of him. I'm not gonna front.
Yeah.
I've been looking for answers for years. But I'm glad he did share, what he did and his insight and perspective. And even addressing the reject situation, I thought that was important for me because that wasn't a question. You know what I mean? It was a dead serious question. Like, people was out here. That's all people were saying. You know what I mean? And I hear it a lot all the time.
Right.
You know, in different ways too, not just, you know, saying rejects, or just people was just saying it in different ways, like, oh, okay, like you over there, you know what I mean? Just shit like that.
But just to
And it was
clarify,
good to hear his perspective. It was good
yeah,
to hear his perspective.
just to clarify, I'm gonna quote Butterfly one more time. If you cooking, they booking.
Right, right.
Don't matter where you go.
Yeah, nah,
If you
facts.
cooking, they booking. And if people could play with you, they gonna play with you. Don't let them play with you. All right.
And then, you know, at
But
the end
there
of
is, but we won't act like people don't get blackballed from shit, because I've seen that. No matter how hot you is,
Yeah.
I've seen people get blackballed from certain situations,
Mm-hmm.
and just cause, you know what I mean?
Right.
And it be like that, but at the end of the day, you gotta look at yourself and try to figure out like what you here to do. You know what I mean?
That's a fact. It's a
I
fact.
don't
If
know.
you're a boss, you can't get fired.
Right. And for me, it's never been about the league, man. And I've said this probably since, because people always have told me like, "Yo, Fit, when you gonna be on Smack?" For years,
Right.
like, "Oh, when you gonna be on Smack? When you gonna be on Smack?" That was always a question. And for me, it was always just like, "Yo, like if that opportunity presents itself, it does." And if it
Right.
comes to me at a time where I'm not okay with the agreement, then I still won't be on Smack. But
Right.
you know, it wasn't until I was made a comfortable offer with a valuable opponent that I was like, okay, I could do this. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And that was official. It was right timing, the right amount of money, the right opponent, and then that's when I took the opportunity. It was
Right.
never because people was telling me, "Oh, you got to be on Smack, you got to be on Smack,"
Right.
or you know, I never really felt the need to
Right.
just be there to be respected, because
Yeah.
the same thing I accomplished
Let's
there,
stop
I
calling it
accomplished
smack.
anywhere.
Let's not call it. Let's stop calling it smack because
Well,
it's not
you
smack.
all right, you all right, you all
Yeah.
right, you all
Yeah.
right. Yeah. Shout out to Smack though, man. Shout out to
Shout out to
Smack.
smack. Shout out.
Yeah, shout out to Smack.
Smrr.
You know, just I know sometimes, when we get into conversations, people might misconstrue it like we throwing shade at leagues and shit.
Yeah.
I don't want that to get fucked up, because I don't think that's ever what we're doing.
Look, I'm gonna make this statement just to clarify everything. We are always going to be on the battle rapper's side. Period.
Right.
Now, whether y'all want to believe it or not, we do see some of our peers going through a lot of bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
So we are always love to the leagues, but we're always going to be on the battle rapper side because they provide. They are the ones who really provide us with the content.
Correct.
Period.
We're the talent, and we're the ones that need the most knowledge, I would say. I think we're the one, because league owners are knowledgeable, obviously, because they're successful business people.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, if you were able to create a league, have it flourish, and contribute what you have to the culture, then you don't need my fucking advice. But for those who are less fortunate and don't know as much, I feel like as much information we could provide to them, whatever's in our power, then we'll do that. You know what I mean? Because I would love for people to do the same for me. I might be like, yo, Math, I don't get this. Like, help me understand that, or knowledge. Like, what do you think about this? And it's a circle.
Now, since we started this, I've gotten so many calls from different battle rappers who are starting their own platforms, their own podcasts, and all that shit. And I've never, ever, ever held back on information because I believe everybody got their time. Everybody receives their blessing, and you don't block yours trying to block somebody else's.
True.
Real shit.
True.
Yeah, man. But
so, anything else we need to talk about? Yo, Fit, you starting the fans only?
Yeah. Never.
For 2 seconds, when Mr. said yeah, niggas was like, word? And she said, all right.
Yo,
No
they love you,
shades
Fred.
only, B.
Even the haters, they love you, son. They love you, son.
Yeah, I feel like that. I know sometimes people they show they love through hate, and I feel like, hate is just another way of saying love. You know
Yo,
what I'm saying?
I'll
It's
be
like,
honest with you. I've always believed that the opposite of love is not hate, it's indifference. Because love and hate are two extreme emotions. They're neighbors, they live side by side. You will
yeah,
never, ever feel as much hate for someone that you don't know than someone that you actually love. It's impossible.
it is
So,
impossible.
so the opposite of love and hate, indifference. I feel nothing. You
Mm.
dig what I'm saying? I've always felt like that. So anybody who hates is just waiting for an opportunity to love you.
Or has loved you in the past.
Right.
Hmm. Correct. I
It's all
agree.
love. It's all love to all y'all niggas, man. That's how I look at it,
It's,
man.
it's all love. Yo, Fit, did you get a chance to watch this Head Ice verse?
Not exactly, but I gotta see the whole thing. Cause I remember people saying it was too long, so I ain't want.
It's like
Yeah.
5 minutes long.
Yo, throw that shit on, B. Throw that shit on. But yo,
Bang,
Matt,
bang.
so
Yeah.
you gonna do some social distancing in your future?
Yeah, I feel like this format is something that I thought about a long time ago. And that's the reason why I had Swave 7 on, because we actually have a recorded battle that nobody knows about. But it was around a time where I was like, yo, why can't we do shit like this? Come to the studio. We came to the studio. He recorded a verse against me. I recorded a verse against him. And we had an idea of how we were going to shoot it.
Right, right.
So when this happened, I was on the phone with him and ARP yesterday. And I said, Swave, how crazy is it that this is something that we was going to do before the shit even happened? And he was like, word, now is the time. So now is the time.
Right.
Whenever y'all ready, we with it. Let's get it.
That's dope. You know what I mean? I get at this point now, seeing them shits is dope because it's really like a video. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
I actually shot Cortez's. Yeah. I'm getting high. Nah, so I was like,
I saw you tweet. I saw you tweet a couple days. What was it, like a week ago? You was like, "Yo, I'm getting all my equipment up. I know what I'm doing. I'm unfuckwittable." I was like,
nah, you
"Word?"
know what? Yo, deadass. When I get an idea, I OD, right? So like, I'm never the person that be like, "Oh, I'm gonna get a camera." I be like, "Cool, I'm gonna get everything. Like, I'm gonna get everything. I'm gonna learn it in like a week, and I'm gonna be better than everybody doing it." And then I'll be like, "All right, I could do it." Now, check off the list. So
I think that's a captain quality.
yeah, it might be, Hoffa. But
Knowledge, you fit right in. You fit right in.
Listen, I'm an individualist, all right? So, I got my own ways of looking at shit and getting shit done.
Yo, shout out to Shaw. I definitely want to get her on the show to break down how our relationships work so well. You know what I'm saying?
that'd be
Shout
cool.
outs to Space.
We could get her on here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll work.
Let's get it. Let's get it. Now, aside from that, are there anything else in battle rap that we need to talk about right now? Should we talk about how white the Saurus beard got?
Yep.
Out of nowhere.
I was gonna say I'm a judge in the URL joint. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, Knowledge is a judge.
Judge gang right here. Me, Uncle Ra, Tony Bro, and Rita from Anwar and Rita.
Is that still going down?
Yeah, it's supposed to be going down, but I mean, until shit clear up and they able to get shit popping, so
So it's not going to be online.
It's a show. I mean, it's a tournament. I'm bugging. So yeah, they're gonna
It's a
have a
tournament.
So whenever they ready to shoot it, they probably get a few people. It probably won't be that crazy, and we'll just sit there judge the bars and shit like that. Judge the performances.
Do you think you judging these battles is going to have any effect on your relationship with these battlers moving forward?
Not at all.
As a media person.
Nah, not at all. Because it's like my G. You know
what
if
they hold a grudge? Like, I lost money because of you, my dude.
Nah,
now I'm a fucking murderer.
I don't think that'll happen at all. You know what I'm saying? But I'm sure people are gonna be upset, for whatever reason. But
now let's just call y'all niggas pussy. You said I don't think that'll happen at all.
I mean, I don't think it'll happen. I don't think niggas will get that upset over
Look,
judging.
I'm sticking to my story. I feel like HANZ is going to take this whole thing.
Listen, man, we could work a little something. No, I'm joking.
So what are
you know it's funny. All of them niggas been doing like little videos and shit about how they go bribe the judges and shit. I was like, yo, this shit's hilarious. Because if you lose, my nigga, you lose, my nigga.
Don Marino was like, knowledge. You want
I know. I was like, yo, Don, you better have that shit, my nigga. Stop playing.
So what are the categories they being judged on?
I don't know if they're gonna give us a category sheet or how they're gonna, tell us they want us to judge it. We go off our own opinions or just how we feel about, the performance from what we're looking at, because it's still an opinionated sport. So at the end of the day, even if we're judging off our merits or what we think is good. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's, and of course I'm think about what other people might think too, but at the same time, it's like, yo, if it's my judgment, and you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna pick this.
It's gonna be your preference.
Yeah, you know
it's gonna be your preference.
So,
but see, that's why I think it has to have some kind of guidelines, because just your preference is not good enough for me.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know what I'm saying?
Right, because it should be like bars, creativity,
but
aggression.
It's all of that, but it all depends. Like I said, on how they present it for us to score.
But
you know what I'm saying?
It's kind of hard to tell somebody ignore the things you like and judge generically. You know what I mean?
It all depends. Like I said, I've done the judging system before. You know what I'm saying? And that was when I did a joint with Norbs and Yak Man when we was out in Delaware. And them niggas was basically, it was kind of like what the Crucible is, but kind of like a little different. You know what I mean? Because they was trying to do the tournament with all the cities and shit. But it just wasn't.
Shout out to Norbs. I know a lot of y'all niggas ain't feeling him right now, but he just did a blog, an episode on how Summer Madness, or where the idea for Summer Madness came from, and said that he will not allow they to cover the truth.
Damn.
They?
Why this shit got all conspiratorial and shit? Like, who is they?
You gotta go watch it. You gotta go watch it.
He was saying that he came up with the summer idea. The summer madness.
I did.
Okay, so he said. So he said you came up with it.
Right, and unfortunately, it was in the history books. It's not written like that.
So what do you mean? So since we got the platform, you tell us the story. Did you come up with the name Summer Madness, or did you? I'm just asking. You the nigga we here.
Look, go watch Norm's blog, because he was being 100% truthful in his shit, and I said, "Wow, look at that! Finally." Fuck with you, Norms.
It only took him getting kicked off the league to tell the truth.
No, I don't think he's kicked out. I don't think he's kicked out. I don't think he's kicked out.
Nah, but
I respect it. I respect it, because I feel like, when you're in a certain position, I feel like you get retrospective, and you start thinking about, damn, I feel like people are doing this to me. Where did this come from? Oh, this was done to somebody else that I know. You feel what I'm saying? So it is what it
Like,
is.
what's being done to him?
My bad. I missed a little bit of the conversation.
People are basically, because of what happened between him and Twerk, I feel like people are taking that and they're using it to cover up all the good that he's ever done.
Oh, yeah, that's kind of foul because he has contributed a big part of battle
Right.
rap.
So I don't know if that sparked the idea, like, wait, has this happened to somebody else? Wait, oh yeah, Math thought up Summer Madness. Nobody knows this.
I mean, yo, I'm sure Norb's story is crazy because he's been around for a long time. Even when I started first doing, Norbs is actually my first 1,000-view interview that I remember.
Wow.
Yeah,
Who's your biggest first interview?
Yeah, of course you, Math. You could go back and look at
this weird eye that you doing, man.
Nah, definitely. But Norbs was like, yo, I think he might have been managing you at that time.
Look, at the end of the day, I'm human, and of course I want my credit. And I feel like for a long time I never got no credit. And I saw something go up the other day, and it said, "Who did more for the culture, Math Hoffa or Reed Dollars?" And I was shocked.
To that. And I was
I
like,
was
is
shocked.
this even a real question?
I was shocked to see people's responses. I was like, these niggas don't really know. And I know why they don't know, because ain't nobody else telling them. You feel what I'm saying?
I was like, this is not a real question, B.
Nah, so I'm like, yo, so you came up with the Summer Madness, like you can't. I mean, you said you want me to watch this shit first.
Go watch it. Go watch
All right,
it.
so I guess next show I'm gonna need some answers, B.
Yo, what other place but your platform to give your side of it? Because obviously people are gonna watch Norbs and they're gonna go back to you and say, "Hey, Math, is this true? What's going on?" So this is
it's
your
all
time
true.
to shine. You gotta
it's all true.
What's your side?
It's all true.
You remember it because history differently.
Look, Swag was removed from the picture by the feds, unfortunately, and motherfuckers were trying to come up with a way to pay me, and I figured out something, and I presented the idea, and the idea was never presented to the public that it was Math's idea. So it is what it is. Now we have an event that is arguably the biggest event in battle rap, but nobody knows that it came from me. You dig what I'm saying?
Well, that's right.
That's big, man. That's big.
So I'm saying, you would you say, like, how did it go down? Like, Swag got
he tells the whole story. I actually want people to get it from Noise because I feel like sometimes when you toot your own horn, it's not received the right way.
I'm gonna watch the
when somebody else tells the story.
You tuned your horn every episode. Don't stop.
You want to know why? No. But you know why, Fit? You want to know why? Yeah, because motherfuckers is putting up posts talking about Math or Reed Dollars, who did more for the culture, and people actually don't know the answer. People are saying Reed, and that is a huge disrespect to me. Like, what the fuck?
It is.
You know what I mean? Like,
that's crazy. Yeah.
And that disrespect comes from people just not being real about what the fuck happened.
I'm saying Reed does have an extensive history, and the beginning of.
I will never argue that. I will never argue that.
Impact. They said impact, boy. Come on.
I will never argue that. But there's a difference. There's a difference in what he was doing and what was created because of other people, so that he can do what he was doing before on it. You dig what I'm saying? There's a difference. Like a motherfucker say, yeah, I used to be the fastest runner on the planet. Then they made cars. Who made cars? Okay. Is what it is. But like I said, I don't want to toot my own horn because I feel like, honestly, personally, I feel like I get my just due, but just not from everybody. When you see me fucking with legends and you see me fucking with people that's been in the industry for a long time, is because they know who I am. They've seen my contribution.
Right.
There's a lot of other people who listen to other people, and they take it like math. Who's math? You know what I'm saying? But nobody's really telling the story. Nobody's really telling the truth. It is what it is.
Yeah, nah, shit. Man, we made a lot of sacrifices, man.
I did. And at the end of the day, it's all for this culture that we love. That we love.
Yeah, this shit crazy. Like I was having flashbacks and shit. I've been like, damn, I've been in this shit for a minute.
Yo, what is your favorite like live event moment where you was in the building? Because I feel like we could reminisce on this, because this quarantine shit is gonna be a while before we get another one of those.
Yo,
But what is your favorite?
the craziest I've ever felt a building shake ever, like that moment I could never forget, was when Rock and Surf teamed up, my nigga. I never felt Irving Plaza shake like that ever, my nigga. Like that
Wait.
shit was wicked.
Now I'm gonna give you some backstory. I did the Millie Rock, right? Shook the building. I'm getting off stage like, yeah, nigga, I did it.
Yeah.
Rock and Surf is walking to the stage, bro.
That shit was crazy. Like that was the single most
I've
craziest.
never ever seen anything like that, bro.
Yeah,
I
me
swear to
neither.
God,
To this day.
every single bar that these
Yeah.
motherfuckers spit, the whole building was shaking. I was on, nigga,
Yo.
I was on the fucking stairs, holding
Yeah.
the rail,
Me too.
shaking it like,
I
what
was
the
on the
fuck?
balcony.
This shit is crazy.
Yeah. That shit was
Never
crazy.
seen nothing like that.
It was
Never.
really that crazy. To this day, like that's the craziest event I ever been in where I felt like the building raw like that. I was like, yo, this shit is crazy.
I feel like them niggas Millie Rock they whole 2 rounds.
Yo, the Hanes shirt and then the Beasley shit, that shit like killed the building, my nigga. Like, I'm surprised the shit didn't come down. Like, that's how crazy that shit felt. Walls shaking and vibrating. I'm like, yeah, this shit is different.
Listen, K-Shine and DNA, they get the credit for the 2-on-2 shit. But the biggest reaction,
yeah, that sir.
Look,
gun title.
Look, I would love for my Millie Rock to be up there, but I cannot tell a lie. Surf and Rock.
Speaking of Shine, did you guys see that Shine and Twerk will be putting on, battling each other on live, charging people $20 to
No, I
watch the
didn't see
battle?
that. I didn't see
Yeah,
that.
that
What
just
day is that
dropped.
going on? When is that going down?
That's OD.
Damn. Let me see the date, but it's on their own platform. There's no leagues, and they're doing it, and I respect it.
I know Matt fit loving that. Like, yeah, yo, I like what Daylight said too the other day. I thought that shit was hard about him and Lux too. I'm like, yo, man, at the end of the day, you know, shit. Y'all got to the point where y'all understanding the business of how certain shit is done, where y'all can do it yourselves on certain aspects. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But you know, it takes time. Not everybody builds that, man. And even in this new generation, there's a whole new way of doing this shit. So it's like you can't even fault certain niggas for how a nigga already created the system to make the shit work.
But look at what they doing right now. That is that is the biggest and best now in the quarantine.
Yeah.
You don't need an event to put your own product out.
Yeah.
So why battle somewhere for like $200 or $100 or whatever? I don't know what they paying, but whatever it is, it ain't 10,000, and it ain't nothing like what they would get paid in a building.
Right.
So why not do it on your own platform? You know what I'm saying? I think that's huge. So shout out to Twerk and K-Shine.
Yeah. And look who's doing a lot of these shits though. It's the OGs, the John Johns, the DNAs, the niggas who got their leads and who like they understand that Daylights and the Luxes. Lux been saying I want 40 shorty and Mook, you know what I mean? Telling niggas I got 25 and all of that shit adds. You know, it's like, yo, a nigga can get 25. Like, Smack, you give a nigga 40. And then even when you look at Lux and Hollow, they couldn't battle on Smack. Everybody still wanted to happen. niggas couldn't negotiate, and that's still one of the best battles of all time too. Like, and it's on UW. Some people ask me what's the best battle ever. To me, I say that's one of the best battles I've ever seen.
Yo, we need to get Arsenal on here.
The building
We need to get Arsenal on here.
I was there. That
oh yeah, Arsenal. Yeah.
Hold on, let me see something.
You was there for Hollow and Lux?
Yeah.
Yo, those were the times where I couldn't make it to certain battles. I was like, damn, so I wish I could go and be there. I had to watch that shit on pay-per-view. Like, damn, this shit crazy.
That shit was flooded. I'll never forget that day, man.
Jack Thriller was fucking the whole stage up. That shit was hilarious.
Yeah. Right.
He was drunk as hell.
Facts.
Yeah.
That event was packed the fuck out.
Yeah, so I'm just saying, like, so it's really y'all the OGs and niggas who's able to push it together, who got name power. Like, of course, I'm sure if I really pushed, could get a couple guys to even battle for free and put in an event just to be seen or put in a certain light and things like that. If you really wanted to put it together, you know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? It's like, yo.
Knowledge, don't say no more.
No.
Don't say no more.
It's like the Diddy effect, right? Right, Misfit? The abuses, you know what I'm saying? And it says
the abused become the abusers.
Yeah, exactly.
Correct.
Yeah, I said it fucked up, but yeah.
Correct. It's true.
So it's like, you know what I'm saying? But now you guys are teaching niggas, yo, this is how to get it, but it's still got to be implemented. Certain niggas got to see this shit work to understand. Somebody got to create the trail for a nigga to follow. After that, it's like, okay, everybody hip now. Everybody know they need their masters now. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah.
Right.
But it's like certain niggas gonna have to make it happen.
I'm a victim to this shit. Yeah. I got mad battles that I'm getting nothing for. You know what I'm saying? So,
but at that time,
forward, you just gotta.
Yeah, and at that time, you didn't feel like a victim. You felt like you're doing your shit getting millions. I mean, I don't know if that's how you personally felt then, but
I always knew I was underpaid, right? Before, I always knew
like,
that.
nah, nigga.
But for me, I always knew I was underpaid. But for me, I was just my objective was like, okay, I need to give myself an opportunity to become someone who has a voice. That was only my objective, is to have a voice where people will listen. Once you create that voice, you don't need nothing else. But the only way people can hear you sometimes is if you fucking dress it up as what they want to see. You understand? Like, sometimes people won't fucking listen. Like, for instance, if I told you something, like some advice, maybe you wouldn't listen to me, right?
Right.
But if Joe Budden said it to you, you'll listen. So sometimes you gotta dress it up for it to be valid to someone else.
Or more, you gotta show people the results of what your advice will bring.
And that's what I learned when I was younger to now. It's like, yo, you know what? I'm gonna stop trying to tell y'all niggas what it is. Like, I'm gonna just do it, and y'all see for yourselves by whatever success that comes out of it, or whatever that you can respect that comes out of the hard work or me believing or whatever like that. Because that shit is crazy. Like, even to this day, to be one of the guys from my neighborhood, to be able to say I got my own business, I don't have to work for anybody. Like, that shit is like crazy, because I can't find another nigga that's close right here that can say the same thing too much around where I'm at or whatever like that. So I'm like, yo, that is like, I'm surprised.
And aside from being in media, me and Fit, we businesses on our own.
That's a fact. Got brands. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and there's so many other ways of making money outside of just doing what you're doing. You know what I'm saying?
Like, what we doing is like an onion, and we just peeling it, finding new ways to get money, finding new ways, and the objective is just to keep doing that. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like, you know, everything we do is kind of like another layer of of us. You know what I mean?
Right.
We did the battle rap, you know, we did the music, the media, like just everything. You know what I mean? It's super dope, and it's good to see.
And what's going to happen now is the new generation that come after, or who's coming after, they already seeing the format. Like, okay, this is what it is now. Or I could do this, that, and the third now, and I could be more popping doing this, and people know me more even from before me battling like that. People know me for whatever else. You know what I'm saying? And battle rappers could take their name immediately and start profiting off their name just by creating and believing in their own brand, which a lot of people don't do sometimes too. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact. That's a fact. And I think that this quarantine, as upset about it as we can be, I think that it's going to bring about a lot of creativity and ingenuity. It's gonna cause a lot of people to step their game up.
I agree.
Well, with that being said, Fit, you got anything you want to add to this?
Nothing, yo. Just make sure y'all check out the content, My Expert Opinion. Check out the content on my YouTube page, My Dumb Advice.
My Dumb Advice.
My Dumb Advice. You know, it's pretty much where I give my dumb advice based on my experiences and situations. So, advice is mine. Fuck out once in a while.
And please understand, you don't live long enough to make every mistake yourself. So learn from other people's mistakes. Take other people's advice.
And you can follow me at Knowledge is a God, and also at Hip Hop is Real. And go to the URL thing and vote for me as one of the credible judges, so I get my percentage up. You know what I'm saying? Y'all niggas got me.
Go vote.
Y'all niggas got me looking like I ain't been looking at battles for years. Like I can't judge because I'm a nice guy, and I tell a nigga he lost, B. If they ask me.
I say it all the time. They don't know the real knowledge, but they will.
Right.
They will.
Yeah. But it's gonna be dope, man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, salute to everybody out there, man. And I appreciate
salute to everybody. Stay safe, stay healthy. Hashtag I wear the mask. Hashtag I wear the gloves. Hashtag I stay home. Please protect yourselves out here.
Thanks.
It's Hoffa. Trapper turn smack rapper. Only smack rapper that you know is smack rappers. Got bars I can hang with the backpackers. Trap star, I don't hang with the backpackers. I'm in the hood with the work you heard. Making fiends leave earth you heard. Got your baby mama thirst you heard. Feel the flow, nigga, throw it in reverse. This the wave you need to surf you heard. Told Jim I need a bomb I could drop on you niggas. Bad boy, I'm never gonna stop for you niggas. I don't give a fuck who you got is the illest. I solidify my spot with gorillas. Now I'm rock with you niggas.